Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Sunday night, not just any Sunday night. It's going to be a very interesting market watch as the attack on Iran continues, and there's a lot going on, not just there, but around the world. So it'll be very interesting to see what the markets do. It takes about 2 minutes to propagate over at Kitco's site. So we're going to answer a comment or two before we get right into it. It's going to be a busy night. I appreciate you all being here. Welcome, one and all. Lulu Lucky says, a recent incredible price increase over the last few years stinks, she says. Is hoping to pick up more under $3,200. I have nothing but happiness. Oh, there you go. Yes, I know. It's crazy. Yeah, these high prices, it makes it very difficult to buy indeed, for sure. Liberty versus freedom. A silver gold ratio 1 to 10 is normal. There is more gold available than silver. Well, that's just not true. Under any measure, it's not true unless you're talking about your household and you own more gold than silver. I don't like gold. Gold is a lie. It's a scam. Well, it's not a scam. And there's no measure where gold is more rare than, or silver is more rare than gold. None whatsoever. It's crazy. That's fake news. Anyways, let's take a look here and see what we've got. The markets indeed are opening up here. It takes about 2 minutes to propagate here. Let's just see if we got anything happening here. Nope. So we'll wait. We got a few more comments to get to. And let's see here. We've got Jay Palagos says here, started buying last year when gold was around $3,500 an ounce. I have almost 7 ounces now. Will continue to buy fractional since a full ounce is too much for me. Yeah, way to go. That's a pretty good, healthy collection of gold there for just starting last year. Way to go on that one. FC Cup says it will establish their banking system in Iran. Okay, interesting. I don't think that's going to be a good place to establish banking, but Quarter says, I don't have gold, too expensive. I tend to like the silver spikes. And silver usually outperforms gold percentage-wise. I think, yes, indeed it does. And we see that now. In fact, if we look here, we can see as the market has just opened up, it's going to be a gap up, I'm sure. It's grayed out now. Crazy. Yeah, man, look at that. Kind of as expected. Probably a lot of people here watching these markets. And so everything is kind of just frozen. Oh, something went wrong. Reloading page may fix this. Okay. Everybody's watching right now. Okay, here we go. Well, as you can see, those are the numbers from Friday. So we're going to get back to this. We're going to give it a little bit more. Let's see if we can see the volume and activity over here and see if we can witness the gap up. Sometimes it takes a little while. Nothing here new. So let's answer a few more comments here. Everything's kind of graying out. We'll give it a few moments. But crazy, crazy. All right, let's see. Glad you guys are here. Buckle up. It's going to be a wild ride tonight indeed. Let's see here. We got Not Me 3686. Says, oh no, Monday we'll have another technical issue while 30,000 short contracts miraculously disappear while the price dumps to 65. Still going to hold you freaking thieving jobs. Yes, it's crazy. Yeah, who knows? Of course, tonight it may be a very different story, but we'll find out. Slurping a little bit of coffee here to pump ourselves up here. Okay, look at this. All right, it has gapped up 95 cents tonight, so almost $1 gap up here for silver. It's at 94.86. Gold has gapped up $42.60 tonight. So as you can see, silver outperforming gold, narrowing the gold to silver ratio to 56.14 right now. And the other metals are up as well, but silver has gapped up over 1% tonight. So there you go. All right, very good. Thank you. Grumpy Grandpa here. All right, there you go. Thank you for the first super chat tonight, $1.99. It says markets stay open. Yep, well, they're open right now, not shut down. But I tell you what, if things get too crazy, as I mentioned in my video this afternoon, it is possible that it could shut down. And it could happen during the course of the night. If things get nuts, who knows? But right now, so far, this is actually surprising to me. I thought they would be higher, would gap up higher, but it is not. It has gapped up, but it's not too crazy. I mean, considering how the markets have been over the past, weeks and months here, this would be considered probably a normal market watch, considering what we've been seeing lately. But this is wild to see. Gapping up in price, continuing to climb though. Silver's now up $1.77, almost up $2 in mere minutes after the market's open here. And so there it is. Gold up a 1.07%, 56.30. Stacking Benjamin says big bullion dealers have gapped up $2 silver and gold $90. Let's see what Summit Metals is doing here. 53.63 is what they've got, and it is 53.36 here. So yeah, silver 96.34, and it's at 95.74. Yeah, bullion dealers always have their prices up. They always pad. I don't like that they do that. Summit Metals, great company. They don't do it as bad as others, or not as egregious as others. But I wish they would all follow the same spot price. But nonetheless, but there it is. Okay, yeah, it's interesting. Well, and gold, silver is almost up $2 here. There it is, 95.74 right now. And big moves here in the precious metal markets here. Gold almost up $80 right out of the gate. Very good. All right. Very good. Okay, let's see here. El Porcano is here. Yeah, attorney Michael Elina could be silver 129, then 50 tomorrow. Yeah, it's how nuts and crazy things are. Let's get into some more comments. We'll revisit that here again and see what we've got. Here, we'll revisit the markets here in just a moment. Danny Zusseldorf says here, a new era on the video here about gold will never be the same again after this. Nice backdrop for that video, Sal. You finally found a good use of that 1977 Mint hat in your closet. All right. I don't know what a mink hat. Oh yeah, that's right. The little thing. That's right. It does look like a mink hat, doesn't it? In the background here for sure. All right. And let's see here. You guys are great. Thank you so much, you guys. Appreciate you being here. Silver Ice is here. Appreciate the thumbs up. And CW Paratroop. I grabbed a little gold and silver on the LCS today in anticipation of a spike at the open. Thanks for the video, Sal. Thank you so much. All right. Very good. And let me see here. I'm going to start a poll here. All right, there we go. Got a poll going here. I meant to do this earlier. Sorry about that, but here we go. Curious to see what you guys think. If we're going to see $100 silver this week. And let's get to this question here by Michael K. Explore the war. War support. War ensemble. That's right. Sunday Night Live should be interesting. I don't think this is going to end quickly. I just pray we're prepared for all unseen circumstances. Exactly. And so far, missile attacks against Israel have stepped up dramatically, and Bahrain, I think, is under threat. I think there's also a lot happening there. So that's one of the largest Middle Eastern U.S. bases are in Bahrain. So there's a under threat there. And right now we can see the precious metal prices are sort of normalizing to some extent here tonight. It was up $1.83, I think, earlier. Now it's up $1.74 for silver. Let's take a look at the volume here. And the volume activity, there's the big gap up. And look at this. As soon as it went up, smackdown. Look at that, folks. Big gap up and then a smackdown with heavy selling pressure coming to us. This is interesting, folks. Wow. Look at that. Now there's some buying coming on this, but a big gap up and then a massive red candles coming back down. The wicks are in control here. That's right. Man, look at that. Okay. Now looking, and we're seeing reflection of that now just up 93 cents. So we may see if this thing starts to play out, we may see the precious metal market somewhat normalize here. We'll see. Well, this is something big time, but we'll find out. Yeah, 4 ships hit today in the Strait of Hormuz. That's right, liquid electrum. That's right. And yes, indeed. In fact, oil right now, I mentioned in the video this afternoon, it's up $2.09 right now. That's actually a pullback from as high as it was earlier. So we'll see what happens here with all of this. Let's get back to some of the more comments. We're watching this. It says, Bullion Treasurer, gold will be opening at $6,000 Monday. Silver will be opening $150 on Monday. Who of you has been champagne to the party? Well, I think that might be a little bit too bold of a prediction, but we'll see here. El Porcano, thank you so much, my friend, for the $4 super chat. Very kind of you, sir. Let's do another one. We'll revisit these markets yet again. And this is my video on the attack on Iran and how we're going to watch out what happens with gold and silver. Michael loves those eagles on the screen. Many people have been asking about this, and I've actually shown them in many other videos. So I guess some new viewers or people didn't see it, but these are the eagles on the far left and far right. What are they? What year? Explain when you can. New to me, as you play with them, I hope you know the other side, reverse, obverse, I can't tell. Yeah, they are the Golden Eagle series from the Niue, and from the island nation of Niue from 2025. There you go. So that's what those are. Love those. My favorite design of the series, but thank you. Who's your stacker? Thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. Let's go $15 silver. There you go. Can you imagine? All right, let's do one more, then we'll get right back here and see what's going on here with the markets. Craig Morris, as things change, they stay the same. There's nothing new under the sun. There you go, pun intended. True that. And let's see here. Now, silver has pulled back dramatically from its snapped up gains. But look at this. Folks, we did see $100 silver. I'm posting my poll here prematurely or after the fact. We reached $100 silver tonight. It happened. Look at that. That was the big gap up. So it went up literally well over 6% very, very briefly before. Look at that. So let's look at this again here, folks. I just had missed that. Look at this massive gap up here. Now, we're not quite getting it here because this is bid price, but it was such a short amount of time. But that gap up was well over $5, $6 gap up in silver, and then it got smacked down like crazy. And so this shows the gap up at 95 something, but it actually, believe it or not, according to this, it went to $100.13. Wow, that's crazy. $100.13. So it was such a quick amount of time, it didn't even catch with the candles and the volume there. And I think that may be alluding to the dark market. Let's see what gold did here earlier, because it's up a bit here too. But was its gap up here? Look at its gap up here. Wow. Massive gap up, massive volume here. Crazy. Neil Tobin, thank you. In the words of Sell Mortimer Sell, turn those machines back on. That's right, turn them back on. Multitude of gratitude from Eugene, Oregon. Thank you, Neil Tobin, $4.99. Appreciate that so much. Very good. Let's see here. So the top for gold was at 53.74 and 50 cents. That was the session high. Not as high as the dark market said in China, but there it is. Wow. Dark trading. Massive, massive craziness here. Okay, so right now, silver's up $1.14, up $1, 1.21%. Over $95 right now. But so my poll question, yea, though it has come true for a split second, let's talk about where we're at right now. Do you still think we'll see $100 silver by the end of this week? Not including the split second that it was over $100 at the beginning of this market watch. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's peruse our way back through here, some of the comments. We're going to revisit that. And well, I appreciate you guys being here tonight. If you're so inclined, there's a thumbs up button. If you press it, I will not be sad. Melbourne Stacker, I just purchased as much silver as I possibly could today. Hopefully, when the market's open, silver will skyrocket. Well, it did. Very, very briefly, it did skyrocket. El Porcano says trading suspended Monday, 9:30 a.m. in New Zealand by dealers due to expected actual volatility. So gold deliveries expected is 6 to 8 weeks. Wow. Silver 12 to 14 due to shortages. Wow. Thank you for that news, El Porcano. And thank you to Titan RS with a $25 super chat. Thank you so much. Says thank you for your good work, Sal. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. Very kind of you indeed. Wow. Thank you so much. Good to see all of you guys here tonight. The Canal, 76 with 10 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Thank you so much, The Canal. Very kind of you indeed for receive one of those. Give him a warm thank you for that as we watch these markets move. Silver up today. It spiked up so fast and so quick to $100 that we can't even see it on the when we're watching it, monitor it live, but it did happen. $100.13 at the open. It is still up, pretty good clip tonight, 1.5% right now, up $1.41, back over $95. Gold is up $73.30 tonight. So thank you so much. Thank you, Peapod. Appreciate you for being here. There is T, the Silver Stacker. A lot of good folks here. Thank you so much. Yes, indeed. All right. So let's we'll revisit those back again. Well, wait just a second. We just had this. Palladium is actually down. That's actually kind of surprising. Palladium is falling tonight slightly, down $2. And platinum is only up $10 tonight. So yeah, interesting times here. So we'll see. But again, as El Porcano had mentioned, we're probably likely to see some parts of the market, including coin shops, bullion dealers, may suspend trading for a while. We'll see how that plays out. Yes, indeed. Preparing for a shock, especially if they close the Straits of Hormuz. See if that happens. My guess is that they won't let that happen. But CB says by Sunday night, this will all be old news. And there might be a small ripple in the metal market, but I don't see anything big. If so, it'll be a temporary move. All right. Well, so far it's still pretty big news, but I would hope you would be right. But yes, indeed. But that's not the case. And Iran has amped up their attacks and missile launches into Jerusalem, Tel Aviv, and other areas, and other Arab nations as well. So they're still launching missiles. Doug Vincent, thank you so much for the Slurp Fund. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Doug Vincent. I appreciate that, sir. I'm going to slurp right now for you. Thank you so very much. All right, memory wrong. Memorinda wrong, I think that says here. Markets will crash in the very short term. Metal prices will rise, and then the markets will move sideways for a bit as investors rotate sectors. Then stocks will rise in the coming months. The same old pattern. Okay, it could be right. Honestly, there's so much volatility, there's so much uncertainty that people almost, I think, in some ways are numb to it. I think that might be one of the reasons why we're not seeing silver really just go nuts right now, and gold. It's almost like we're used to this, right? It's crazy. But there we are. Still, silver above $95 an ounce right now. Gold above $68. Watching these markets move. Yes, indeed. All right. You guys are great. Thanks for being here. Let's see what we've got here with Maryland's on fire. It says, thanks again for your efforts, Squire. I think meant to say Sal. Nice selection of shiny. Is it me, or does anyone else think the Eagles look a bit odd with that part of the field mirrored and the part frosted? Yeah, that does look a little strange. I thought that as well. It's a little different way to finish those kind of coins, but yes, indeed. All right, and let's see. Where are we at now? Let's get over here to Joel Sway. Says, war is being waged against the IRGC, not the beautiful Persian people. We are freeing them. That's exactly right. I agree with that exactly. Thank you, Joel. That's somebody that's well informed. Make Iran Persia again is what I'd like to. That's how I view it. James Swain says, I'm going to grab a case of Yingling beer, sit at my coal mine in West Virginia with my stack of all the precious metals, including brass and lead, sit back and laugh at the crazies in D.C. who light up their cigars while sitting on rusted nitro barrels, patting each other in the back. Good job, Boom. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you for your comment. Let's see here. We are here. We've got this from Hob. It says, now the Central Bank of Iran can come in line with their agenda for a digital world currency. Interesting. Yeah. I don't know that that's anything on their mind right now. But I think it's too early to tell that. And Britta654 says, I predict a big jump to 110 to 120 for silver, and shops will be unavailable to keep up with the chaos on YouTube. Everybody buying the weekend in anticipation will ensure it. Yeah, I wonder how much buying there was done in anticipation of all this over the weekend. And what will gas prices be? And the price of all other goods we buy every day. Yeah, it depends if they close the Straits of Hormuz. Patch in the woods. No way we don't see $100 silver and 5,500 on Sunday night. But for how long? Yeah, that's right. Well, right now we did see it touch that briefly, but it is now, believe it or not, I know it's kind of strange to say this, but silver is pretty much stabilizing in this range above $95 an ounce. Even in the bid price, there's 25 cents worth of difference between the bid and ask price. And gold is up 1.44%, $75.80 to 53.56. Platinum is up marginally, up 14 bucks, and palladium is still down slightly here. So there you go. All right. So massive move here for silver tonight overall, but not as big as it was right at the very beginning. Was exploding in price for a split second, and boom, it comes right back down $5. It's just nuts. All right. So there's where the markets sit right now. We'll revisit them often tonight as we do. Let's get into a few more comments and see what they're saying. What coin is the first one on the left? That is the Golden Eagle, both gold and silver. Shown them actually several times on the channel, but a lot of people were asking about those, and they're from the island nation of Niue. Yes, indeed. All right, Liquid Electrum thought it might go down. Yeah, yes, it does the opposite, shocks me. Yeah, I thought it would go up, but anyways. Donna Kerr says maybe they will make a silver round instead of all the baddies Trump has taken out of or incarcerated. Well, I don't know what you're talking about there. Trump is not in the line of letting bad people go. He's only, that was the previous president who did that. Puwash says all the corruption will result in much higher prices. The move they manipulate the market, the closer the panic will be. Let's go. $1,000 per ounce for silver. I will think about selling then. All right. Yeah. Well, good luck. You likely will never sell if you're silver then. But hey, you never know. Anything can happen. I don't think that's going to happen in your lifetime. But let's see what's happening right now. We did see, about 10 times lower than that. It got up to $100, and now it's up at 1.47%, up $1.38 right now. To 59.29. I mean 95.29 rather. I was reading that backwards, almost like I had dyslexia, but that's not the case, or maybe it's wishful thinking. But $95.32, $95.07 in the bid price, so barely above 95 there, and gold up $68.90 to $5,349.10. Platinum up 12, palladium down $1. Gold to silver ratio is resting at 56.3 tonight. So what an interesting night this is, as a war is continuing against Iran right now. And the latest is that they apparently had taken out about half of their missile launch sites. So I guess they're desperate and they're launching others right now, but we'll see here. Liquid Electrum, Explore. Thank you for the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Liquid Electrum. Appreciate that very, very much, my friend, as we watch these markets move in real time. It has been a wild night for sure. For those of you just joining us, for a very split second, silver gapped up over $5. In fact, over $6. It went up to $100.13 right at the open. And then boom. A lot of selling almost immediately after. A lot of selling happened in a dramatic flare. Gold, a lot of heavy volume of buying with gold here. And let's take a look at the volume for gold here tonight as we see this. You can see the big gap up there for gold and the massive volume that's occurring out of the gate. And think about it, we've got only a few markets open up tonight so far. If we look at the trading, we've got only Melbourne, Australia, and New Zealand are open, so that's El Porcano's territory. And nothing else is open up. Tokyo, Korea yet, and still this activity. So I think when those markets open up is when things may get really wild for sure. But trading pre-Asian trades occurring right now, and you can see that the gold price is somewhat stabilizing around this range now. But gold did somewhat of what silver did, with a gap up and then a smackdown to a degree. But that's what we're looking at here with gold tonight. And then we go back and take a look at silver, and we can see that its activity is reflecting there even more dramatically. And the volume has stayed relatively constant, with some selling off here, especially here right now. Some big sales happening, but it's been climbing up, staircasing, recovering some of the losses that it saw at the very, very beginning of the night, with those two big bars of volume that had occurred there. So yeah, it's crazy. So it's trying to fight to reach back up to where it was, in the mid 95-50 range. But we're watching it closely here. Okay, let's see here. And right now we can see that silver's at 95.52, up $1.60, 1.71% increase. Palladium has flatlined right now, and gold is at 1.41%, so it's still doing pretty good for sure. All right, very good. All right, okay, Razor. Okay, thank you for the reminder, Razor Ready. I'll show that volume again. It's clipping at the bottom of my screen, so let me just show you that both of that again here. Apologize, I got to remember to move this up here when this occurs here. Let's do this. So there's the volume here for gold, or for silver right now tonight. That's the volume here. You can see the massive gap up. And let's take a look at gold and the volume there. There's the volume for gold. Okay, thanks for the reminder of that. Okay, and let's get back over here and see what some folks are saying. We've got Toby H on this, says the following. I've got to make this happen. He says, to be clear, war is not being waged against Iran. We took out the Iranian regime. The people of Iran are celebrating and are free once again. Yeah, that's true. You're right, Toby. It's against the regime, not the people of Iran. That's for sure. It's against the regime. That's exactly right. All right, very good. And let's see here. We've got empty-headed Biden says, my plan is to short the market paper for the run-up. This is not a war. It's more of a technical strike to change leadership to another wacko. Yeah, well, I say war because Trump called it a war. But yeah, you're right. It's technically not. And we got 60 days for this operation before it has to be declared in Congress. CT87 says, metals are going to have a big Sunday night open. For those thinking of picking some PMs, today is a day. Yeah, I tell you. And it did, very, very briefly. But you don't know. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens, for sure. All right. As we see the markets move dramatically upwards. And so, yeah, we're watching this very, very closely. And so, yeah, it could. But I doubt it's going to fall tonight. I think it's going to stay probably right around this range, 1.8% up, $1.69, 95.60, at least until the other markets open. We may be range bound for this point in time. We'll find out. We'll see here. Okay, we got Brian. Iran is done. They've lost their key personnel. Shouldn't last too much longer. Market might make a small hit, no crash. Well, Iran has actually picked up the pace and attacks. They've replaced the regime. There is a new, quote, interim Ayatollah in power right now. And I think the head of the military is just as radical as the other. So they're still fighting. They're still in the game. They've got about half of their missile sites that they're still launching. So it's not over yet. And we're continuing to pound them. A part of me thinks, well, with all the technology, you got two nations doing it. There must be some sites that we don't know about that they've been able to hide. And I think that's really the thing. But you think they'd be able to detect heat signatures with remote sensing to find where they're at to take them out as soon as they're launched. All right, very good. And so we'll see how this plays out. Now we've got Silver Honda. We got the Mexican drug cartel El Mencho. Ayatollah of rock and roll and so-called President Maduro. All waiting now is gold and silver spot price to rise. That's right, and we're getting that tonight for sure. Yes, indeed, we are getting that tonight for sure. All right. IN 6063 says here on the video from this morning, no one will ever convince me the market is small. Otherwise, the price of silver and gold would reflect that smartness. And the market is smart. Look no further than Beyond Meat. It's market manipulated. What about NVIDIA having 1/7 of the market cap of gold? Does that sound smart? All of this sound like a giant manipulated fraud, not in a free market. Well, it depends how you define smart, and it depends on how you define what the market is. Gold is very different than silver in many ways, the market conditions and the like. But anyways, all right, let's see here. Okay, we've got Javier Corral says, top of the morning, Sal. Why, pray tell, do you believe the 2026 silver deficit will be so much less than 2025? Does recycling have anything to do with it? The only thing I may have said is that the demand for silver has come down substantially since 2022. I don't know what it is between 2025 and 2026. It's too early to tell that. Recycling does have something to do with it, and a lot of people have been selling their silver. There's just a bottleneck. In the grand scheme of things, there's really not a shortage of silver. It's in many of our hands. The people that have diamond hands, or diamond fists, as I like to call them, are not selling. That's a good thing. That empowers us. That means and that's part of the reasons why the price has not, fallen dramatically, because we're holding on to our silver. All right. Jaymon Lee says Eric Sprott is not the type of guy who would consider day trading, in my opinion. Very much of a buy and hold contrarian value investor. That's right. Buy low, hold high. Exactly right. Well said. And we also have here from Morris Monet, in the long run, gold is always a better bet. Short-term, silver's higher volatility lets it outperform gold once in a while. Yes, indeed. And there's times it is volatile, but I do think that gold is probably the more stable, longer-term option as well. But I like both. I like both for sure. All right. Again, we're seeing believe it or not, I know it's strange for me to say this tonight, but that precious metal markets have stabilized, at least for this hour, as the markets have opened up in New Zealand and Australia, and pre-Asian trading have these numbers kind of stabilizing here. So we'll see how this plays out. But gold is up 1.41%, up $74.60 to $53.54.80. Silver's up $1.42 tonight, comfortably above $95, a 1.51% increase. So there's where it is. Fascinating times indeed. We're watching the markets move. There's not a lot of radical movement here. Let's take a look at the volume here. We can see that the volume is relatively stable, and having here where it's moving up, but buying and selling are right around this range here for silver. We're starting to see it kind of plateau at this, at least for now. We're seeing it happen for sure. Okay, and Razor Ready, that's right. That's a good point, Razor Ready. It is possible. The only reason why I say that is it could have been a very, very small, very brief time, but it could be that this is a glitch. We should not rule that out. That's a good point. We didn't actually see this happen, $100.13. That could have been just a glitch. That is something we should consider, because we've seen it so often with the markets in general and with Kitco in particular. So we may have to write that off as a glitch. Although Bob Saget says no, silver futures had it at 100. Wow, okay, interesting. Okay. All right. So the silver futures, of course, the silver futures are all usually higher if we're in contango. But anyways, we won't check that. But let's see here. We got Jake S. here. Says, I know all the chart guys. Say it could bottom back to $50, and I don't want to fully dismiss that, but then I look at Shanghai. I know, I hear you. We may not get to $50. I talk about it. But even if we touch it, I can say I was right, but it's not necessarily about me being right. It's just a realm of possibility. But the thing is, hardly anybody is talking about that now. But hey, don't rule it out. We'll see what happens as the year progresses. Honestly, I think unless there's sleeper cells all over the United States that they've got to activate, we may see some other hiccups and some setbacks with this attack on Iran. But regardless, the worst may be over or close to over. We'll see how it plays out. I don't want to speak too soon to that, but as far as instability. Mayo Monkey, thank you for the 5 spot from Mayo Monkey. I think the market increases will compound as they open from east to west. Yes, that is quite possible. That is, that's not. I think that's a fair assessment. I would tend to agree on that. Start to see them open up. So the top of the next hour should be very interesting. We're about 25 minutes away from that right now. And Bill Stesic says here, metals could be very stable if the leech traders and banks didn't keep trying to make a quick buck while screwing the people. Yeah, and that's going to happen for sure. That's a given. Man, thank you, Michael K. with 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you so much. Those are so important. That's the most cost-effective way to do it, because what it does is it sends people here that get those gifts that last for 30 days, and they may end up extending it themselves after, or they may sign up and be inspired to become an honorary citizen on their own accord, much like what Mayo Monkey has just done. Thank you. Welcome, Mayo Monkey. Thank you so much. Good to see you guys. Welcome aboard. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I apologize if I can't say hello to each and one of you individually. It's kind of crazy in here, but you guys are awesome. And Mayo Monkey just sent 5 more Salivate Metal gift memberships. Boom! A shot across the bow, 9mm. There you go. Nicely done. Let's take a look here and see what's going on now. Silver starting to creep back up again, up 1.79% increase here in the what I consider maybe the calm before the storm, before the next wave of markets open up in Tokyo, likely, and maybe in Korea. We'll find out. But very good. All right, let's see here. Okay, John says it's a glitch too. So thank you, Mark Razor and John Knox, saying that $100.13 was a glitch. All right. We did not hit $100 tonight. Okay, thank you. So that was a glitch. Thank you. And I don't know why I didn't think of that before, because it's glitched out enough times that I should have questioned that. But thanks to you guys. That's why I like this audience, because you guys think outside the box, and we want to be realistic about things. But so my poll still stands. 89% of you, 88% of you think we will see $100 silver by the end of this week. Only 12% say no. That's out of 760 votes. I know we don't have nearly as many thumbs up as we do, but there's enough people who are here now, right now, watching this live stream that are signed in under accounts that if you press the thumbs up button right now, we would get well over 1,000 likes. Well over. In fact, Lulu Lucky just came in, and first thing she did, she hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Lulu Lucky. You are awesome. Lovely lady. So there we go. Silver up 1.79% tonight. $1.68 move to $95.59. The bid price is $95.34. Gold up 1.64, not too far behind silver. Up $86.40 tonight to $5,366.60. Palladium, which was in the red $2 earlier, it's now up $11, and platinum is up $32. All right, there you go. So attorney Michael Yolande says we may see $120 tonight. That's possible. I doubt we're going to see that, but you never know. Stacker Day with 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships. Thank you, Stacker Day. Boom, a barrage of these Salivate Metal gift memberships. That's the most effective way to get the word out for people that may consider extending those memberships once they receive them as gifts. Thank you so much for that. Wow, very kind of you indeed, as we continue to peruse the markets and watch what's going on. Responded to your comments is what we do as well. I do live stream 3 times a week. If you are new here, I hope you will consider subscribing to the channel. This is the most consistently active precious metals channel that is not AI on this platform. So I hope you will consider subscribing. I appreciate each and every one of you. As we get back to the comments, we've got Maria has some wise words for us all. Hopefully Maria is here tonight. She's right. Hold on to silver and hold on to what you got. I came close to give up and was forced back into the system. All right, well, hey, I'm glad you didn't give up. You know, and the thing is, if you believe that there's corruption in the system in any way, shape, or form, they want you to give up. Do not give in to them. Hold on to what you got. It does make a difference if we make it or not. That's for sure. There's no question about that. And you will make it if you hold on to your silver. For sure. Yes, indeed. Let's take a slurp of some coffee. All right, there we go. Yes, actually, Steve says that, or no, Drickett says that I might be, there is a chance that I could be AI. And honestly, I don't have much of a defense because, to be quite honest with you, AI has been known to slurp very well, you know, and they've found a way to be able to make the slurps just inconsistent enough to fool people. All right, very good. All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jesse J. And we've got Archange says here, how many shares do you own of this speculative stock? The highest this stock has reached in the last 5 years was $2.49 per share. Very dangerous and speculative stock. This is why I said do your own homework, Archange. Do your own homework on these stocks. Yes, a exploration company, by definition, is a speculative stock. There's no question about that. That's not been hidden from in any way, shape, or form. And so it's not worthless. And I went through the share price. We talked about the moves in the history of what the share price is and how the president of the last company did. But anyways, but yes, indeed. So I don't make any, there are some risky, you can get into some very high risk precious metals trading, that high risk, high reward, which is why you should always do your own homework on anything presented on this or any other channel. So there you go. All right. Michael K says, good morning, Salvation Nation. Wishing everybody a happy Sunday. See you all on the original Sunday night market watch. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friend, Michael K. Yes, this is the original. Appreciate that very much. All right, that's right. This is the first AI channel that replies in real time. That's right, Soylent Green. That's exactly right. All right, very good. And let's see here. We got SV Streetman Sal. I just bought your Diamond Fist 1 ounce silver round. The 2 ounce round was sold out, or I would have picked up that. Yeah, I don't think the 2 ounce round is going to be available anymore. I mean, the cost of silver being so high, and they didn't sell all that well when silver price started to go up. So my guess is if it's going to be available again, it's going to have to wait for a long, long time. Very good. All right, let's slurp again because we want to attract more viewers here. So this is why we slurp here, like Grendel Snap. You know, that's the kind of viewer we want. So we slurp to get them here. Here we go. I know marketing. I know how to draw a crowd. And so this is why the slurp is in effect, because I know how to get people in. All right, let's take a look here. Look at this, folks. $96 silver has happened right now. And we're still in the lower continent of Australia and New Zealand. $96.04. There it is. 2.27% increase for silver tonight. Gold up almost $100, up 1.86%, $98.20 move to $53.78.40. There you go. Oh yeah, look at that. Massive moves here. You guys are great. Thanks for being here. Platinum is up $37, 1.57%. Palladium is up a measly $3, but hey, we'll take it. There you go. You guys are awesome. Yes, indeed. Glad you're here. And very good. Nice. Look at that. 96.34 for silver right now, up 2.58%. It's almost like they're anticipating what could be coming when the next wave happens at the top of the hour. So there you go. All right. And let's see here. All right. Okay. Okay, there we go. Grendel Snap. Now, he didn't mind the slurping. It's just this channel is too pro-Trump. All right. Well, Glendale Trump, I'm sorry about your TDS, but you can leave, and I'm glad you're gone. We're not going to delete him. We're not going to remove him because he called us names. We're just going to remove that comment. But we're glad Glendale Snop is gone. We know his TDS has got the best of him. Who's your stacker? Thank you. Slurp this. Thank you. Who's your stacker? We're going to slurp for you too. Thank you. As we watch these markets move in real time. 242 for silver. 96.34. Yes, indeed. All right. All right. Very good. Yes, indeed. All right. There you go. And by the way, I got to say, with people like that with the TDS that get their panties up in a bunch and the snowflakes, I gotta give a huge shout out to one of my friends who disagrees with me strongly, but he does not have TDS, and he is a nice guy, and that is Dan W. Dan W. He's here. He's awesome, and I thank you, Dan W. We have differing political opinions, but that's okay. He's still here, and he's awesome. So thank you. Shout out to Dan W. He's here with us tonight. Thank you so much, my friend. Bluetooth Blaze with a 5 spot. I didn't get that Tombstone Kilo. Premium was too. Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to get one of those too, but they can be pretty high for sure. All right. There you go. Silver second run to 100 plus. Predicts Passport X. Yes. And by the way, I think it's all but confirmed that this rise to $100 that we saw at the starting gate was likely a glitch. Likely a glitch indeed. And so there it is. So, but very good. All right. All right. Let's see here. That's right, Dan W. We're Americans. That's right. And I appreciate that people have different points of view, but you just don't have to be like that guy, whatever, that calls us morons. Well, I mean, that's not the way to make friends and make a case for your argument. I mean, it really isn't. So, anyways, all right. Very good. But that guy's welcome to come. I even forget his name now. That's how far. But if he wants to come back and apologize, hey, we'll gladly accept him back. All right, 12 minutes before the Tokyo opening, says Sunday Morning Stacker. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you guys as we're watching the markets move here. And it's almost like they're anticipating a big move here. Silver, the clear winner tonight, up 2.58%. And who knows, when these markets open in Tokyo, because Tokyo is a pretty big one, we may see it jump up dramatically, maybe even $100. We could see $100 tonight. Yes, indeed, we could. It is possible. Platinum is up 37. Gold now up $105.30. It's up almost 2% to 53.82 and 10 cents. Now it's at 1.93%, up 101. Yes, indeed. All right, and let's see here. What do we have here? Let's do a few more comments. Here's somebody else that's mad at me for something. You'll never guess what this person's mad at me about. It's crazy. He says, you've got a lot of nerve to say if silver went down to $50, that'd be doing pretty good in your book. That would be a living nightmare for millions of people. I'm not saying whether it could or would not happen. I'm only saying that if you think that's doing good, there's something wrong with you. Well, the Second Earth Foundation, you must be new to silver stacking and bought all your silver above $50 an ounce. And if that's the case, well, you're going to have to bear through the markets, because for those of us who've been stacking for many, many years, we could have only dreamed that $50 would be the bottom for silver. And so it's for those, but if you're a short termer and you're going to sell, yeah, if it goes back to $50, it's not good for you, but you have to hold on. And so that's why you got to weigh in and whether or not it's going to be good or not. But yeah, and as I said here, $50 is not that long ago. Not that long ago at all. Not that long ago at all. Silver Sloth with a 10 spot. Thank you so much. Can we get a 10-second moment of silence for our fallen heroes? Yes, we did have 3 die. And so let us do pause for a brief moment of silence for those that have fallen. No matter what your views are on this operation, they deserve our respect, and we pray for the fallen. Yes, indeed. So let's take 10 seconds and say a short prayer for the fallen. May God bless them and their families. I can imagine, operation like this. You never think it's going to be your son, your daughter, or your parents. or your sons and daughters or spouse. It's just very sad, but yes, indeed. And Trump says there could be more. So, yes, indeed. Thank you. And the canal, thank you so much for the 10 spot. Very nice of you indeed. Yes. Amen. And no matter what your feelings are, God bless the women, men and women of the military who fight for us and protect us. And make no mistake, no matter what you think about the action, whether it was justified or not, the world will be safer, because it is indisputable that Iran is the largest state sponsor of terror, or was. Not anymore, but anyways. But yes, indeed. All right. Very good. Let's get over here, see what the markets are doing now. Gold up at $104 right now. $104.30, 1.98%. And silver's up $2.21 tonight. So there they are. Very good. All right. Let's see here. And so platinum is up 35, palladium up 5. And so there's where the markets sit right now. And we are about 10 minutes away from the opening of, I believe, Tokyo and Korea. So we'll see what happens. Very good. And let's see here. What else we have here? Oh, man. Silver Sloth lost a son. I'm so sorry, my friend. Wow. Yeah. That's... to lose a son or a daughter is absolutely horrifying as a parent. That's your worst nightmare. So sorry to hear. Yes, indeed. Let's see here. And, okay, so let's get back over here. We've got this No More Zuyu. So always wanting these two things. One, he wants that 50 so he can buy there again. Two, he also never wants to sell. That's right. Yeah, that's pretty much me. That'd be nice. I'm not much on selling for myself. I mean, I understand why people do it, but anyways. How do I make these people mad? I don't know. Yeah, it just seems crazy. And people come out of the woodwork and they get mad. All right. Dean R., great synopsis. Looking forward to tonight's open. Yes, thank you, sir, Dean. And we are here. Appreciate Dean. You are awesome. And Johnny Knox says here, silver is breaking the big banks. Good. They deserve to be broken. Hopefully Trump and Farage won't bail them out like Obama and Brown did. Yes, indeed. Exactly. And we have Matt Wingy on this video from this morning. Says, amazing video. Watched and subbed Eric S. last night. Hopefully we'll get back to see you all tonight for the market open. Going to a coin auction today. Great video as always. Well, thank you, Matt Wingy. If you make it here, let us know how it went at the coin auction. I hope you got some good gets there. Some good pickups. All right. Very good. Let's see here. And where are we at? We've got this here. USN the boy says, Sprott sells silver, so he knows 29 per ounce is much more likely than 290 per ounce. None of these guys are a stacker's friend. All right. Well, I think that, yeah, he sells the PSLV, but, I don't know. I think he's probably more reasonable among some of the prognosticators out there, but I can understand where we see here, but very good. All right. And let's see here. We got Gary Wells says, if silver falls below $50 an ounce, get out of the way. I, for one, will be grabbing all that I can, responsibly, that is, knowing this will rebound given the uncertainty on the world stage. That's right, true. Let's speaking of the world stage, let's see here. We're moments before the, about 7 minutes away. The time seemed to slow down here. And let's see. Gold up $105.60. It is now broken through 2% increase to $553.85 and 80 cents. Silver is up $1.98, 2.12% here to $95.90. So back below 96 again, but this could be just temporary. We'll see how this plays out. And let's see here. Platinum is up $38. And palladium up 13. And by the way, if you are here, if you could press that thumbs up button as you vote for the poll, I'd appreciate it. We're trying to get 1,000 thumbs up. I know we're far away from that. There's enough people who are right here right now that we could get to 1,000 likes in an instant. Yes, thanks to all the veterans out there. So let me know, can somebody give me a count? Because this thing does not update live on my end. But anyways, JM Unleashed, thank you so much for the for that super chat. Canadian $5 with a new acronym, SDS, Sound Derangement Syndrome. When sound triggers a viewer and loses a subscriber. That's right, exactly. Sometimes it's just a matter of me doing this. And maybe it's not against me, they're against the slurping. So it'll still be SDS, Slurp Derangement Syndrome. And you guys are great. Thanks for putting up with me, guys. 582, we're just over halfway there. Whoa, we're halfway there. I won't sing. That would really cause me to lose subscribers. So thank you so much. All right, keeping an eye on it. Let's get back to the comments, see what we've got here. Russell Davidson says the following. Keeping a diverse strategy to storing wealth will spread out the risk. In this modern age, we have incredibly accessible resources unlike any previous generation. I put fiat into different metals every month, regardless of markets and hype. That's my opinion. There you go. That's a sound way to do it. We do talk about the markets. We talk about the news. We are the definition of noise on this channel when it comes to precious metal markets. But even though I talk about the noise, I always say we should have a stable, we should have a sound mind when stacking, use dollar cost averaging techniques, and hang in there through the long term, because it's a long-term proposition. It should not be viewed as an investment for gold or silver, even though they're acting like good investments these days. But yes, indeed. All right, you guys are right. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome here. Appreciate you so much for being here tonight. And let's see here. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes tonight. Hopefully we can get there. There's enough people here right now that if they press the thumbs up button, we would get there in an instant. Yes, indeed. Tom Sanders, thank you for your service to the Air Force. Thanks to everybody here who has served or is serving in the armed forces. We really appreciate you all. And we got John Polinsky says here, you got a better chance of being struck by lightning than seeing silver under $50 again. I tell you what, that's a lot of lightning strike. You must be living in Lightning Alley then, in that case. And there's one place in Venezuela, by the way, where lightning strikes every single day. So you must be living there. Because I tell you what, do not rule out the possibility that we may see $50 again. Silver, for sure. There you go. Soylent Green. Take a minute of silence for the bankers who are still short silver. There you go. Maybe we should do that. Oh, my goodness gracious. All right. Let's do one more, then we're going to right back to it. We got Silver Heist. By the way, Silver Heist posted a great video today. You guys should check out. I don't know if he's here or not, but I hope you'll check out Silver Heist's newest video. Good stuff about fiscal responsibility. Says here, $94 silver is a short jump away from $100. What will happen tonight at Sunday at 6 p.m.? Watch the South Life Market Watch event to see what happens to silver and gold prices. Yes, indeed. Hopefully they are here, and hopefully he's here. Anything can happen. That's right, Akbeg Nagyan. Anything can happen for sure. In fact, right now, what we're seeing happening is over $96 silver again in the ask price. We are there. It's happening again. $96.24, $95.99 in the bid price. Gold up $110.50 to $53.90 and 70 cents, 2.09%. Both metals over 2%. So there it is. All right, very good. All right, Keith Hager, Vietnam veteran from 2 tours in Vietnam. Well, thank you so much for your service, my friend. A disabled veteran too. Thank you so much for your service to the country. You're the hero that we should all appreciate, especially from past wars. And I know there was a lot of very controversial war at the time, but our soldiers should always be appreciated for their sacrifice. Yes, indeed. And all right, let's see here. Can't say enough about how much we appreciate the good soldiers and the veterans out there. And we've got this. We've got platinum is up 1.91%, up $45 to $24.16. By the way, I did post a revised full platinum stack video that most of you have not seen. If you get a chance to check it out, I hope you will do that. Richard Metcalf says, I'll never forget the feeling I had when I held my first American Eagle fresh out of the tube. Nice. I still have that tube and many more now. I'll hold my silver with diamond fist for as long as I can. That's great. Very good. That's right. Sailors and Marines too. Everybody who served in the armed forces, any measure, we appreciate you. All right. Yes, indeed. So there it is. Crude oil. Let's see. Crude oil is indeed up It is up now $5.37. That's an 8% increase. So it is really popping right now. It's $72.39. So it is up for sure. And let's see here. Very, very good. All right. Yes, indeed. Looking at the markets now, so that's a sign. If oil is going to go up that much, 8%, it is quite possible we'll see the precious metals pop a bit too. Maybe not that much, we'll see, but as the markets open up in Asia and throughout the world, we could see them go up big time through the night. All right. All right. In fact, we're 1 minute away, but it takes a few minutes to propagate over Kitco when the next wave of markets open up in Tokyo. In fact, let's take a look here and see. All right, there, Tokyo is now showing open right now. Let's see if Korea will open up. Let's refresh this and see if Korea is going to open up now, because it is the 7 o'clock hour. Next wave have opened up. So far, not Korea yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. And Stacker Dave, thank you so much. Hit it, kids. $5 super chat. Thank you, Stacker Dave. Yes, he's reminding you. If you could press the thumbs up button, that would be great. I don't know. Did Mr. Dreams hit the thumbs up button? Hopefully he did. Appreciate that. Thank you so much again, Stacker Dave. We're trying to get to 1,000 thumbs up, and we're still a ways off there, but we could get it. So right out of the starting gate, let's take a look at the volume now, specifically for silver, to see what's happening here. As so far, there's been some pressure to keep silver down a little bit here in the trading. You can see that sawtooth pattern begin to form here. And now we're at 1900 hours. And we'll see what happens. Oh yeah. This is the first market watch since the attack on Iran that is ongoing and likely will for weeks. In fact, I heard it talked about. Some analysts predict that it could take 4 weeks for this operation, which is, I think, well below that. I think it's 60 days, I believe, is what they have before Trump has to get authorization to continue military force. Paul Tissue is reporting 677 thumbs up. So we still need a good amount more to get to that 1,000 thumbs up. There are enough people here right now that if you were to press that thumbs up button, watching this live stream, we would get over 1,000 immediately. So I hope you will consider doing that, and hope you will consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already as well. So far, there's some pressure on silver. It's kind of pulling back a little bit here. Back below 96, as you can see. And it's at 95.89, up $1.97. Gold up $102. You know, part of me was thinking that with more markets open up, we would just see it stack up, but we're not there yet. All right, very good. We're 12 away from 700. And that's a good goal here for the thumbs up. Thank you, guys. All right. Now, watching these markets move. Let's get back to some of what you're saying in the videos that I posted this morning and this afternoon about the potential, especially if Shanghai opens and it gets really crazy, that some aspects of the market could be shut down. In fact, who knows? We may be seeing a reflection of some of that. I don't know. We'll find out. But Veteran 6352, most U.S. banks do not commonly buy American Gold Eagle coins from individuals. I don't think they ever do. I don't think I've ever heard of a U.S. bank buying American Gold Eagles from individuals, as it's not a standard service they offer. So what happens when gold eagles go up in price so high that no local dealer will buy it because they can't sell it to anybody? Veteran, I would say, and thank you for your service, I would say that the higher they go, they will buy it back, but just at a much lower than the premium. The physical market will separate and will determine. And so until things stabilize, they may not be taking them, but who knows? They may. But sooner or later it will stabilize. The thing is that the most liquid asset we have is cash. Gold eagles don't do it. Gold bars don't do it. Silver eagles, silver coins. It's cold, hard cash. That's just the reality. That's just the nature. But there are and will be markets for it, but it may be upset a little bit during those kind of movements. So, and we already have witnessed to that to some degree. Silver Sleuth here. chimes in on this video and says here, I wonder how much missile silver is going in to be expanded during the Iran event. Either way, silver is breaking loose of that paper chain that they have bound for decades. I expect the price to move dramatically up and then down a bit. $50 silver won't happen again, in my opinion. Too much industrial use pressure. Yeah, you very well may be right on that. We'll see how it plays out. Very good. All right, let's see here. All right. And let's see here. Let's get over here to this. We've got curtain ore, another busted cooling pipe necessary to keep things fair. Nah, I think that'll happen Tuesday after the big war, big price spike. Okay, curtain ore, we'll see what happens. You may be right. We shall see if that pans out. We'll find out in due course. Yes, indeed, we will. And let's see here. And we've got the Ricardan says, thanks for the information on this. It'll be an interesting watch tonight. Yes, indeed. I hope you'll join me. Yes, indeed. And I just checked. International Stacker's got like 3.6 thousand viewers. He's killing it over there on his live stream. Elliot Scott, remember the words of George Washington, the last official act of any government is to loot the treasury. All right. Yes, indeed. Well, every time they print money, it's kind of a looting of the treasury, in my view. There's Tucson Bubba with a bourbon pump. Appreciate that, Tucson Bubba. And we got that Ray Gilgreth. If close, we know corruption never wins. Stack on, likely it's going to go up tonight. Indeed, and it has, and it will continue. We're watching it move here in real time. But it's actually pulled back from some of its gains. It's now up $1.76 for silver tonight, $95.68. Gold up $101.20. It's actually now outperforming silver tonight to 53.81. There it is. There it is. Yes, indeed. Platinum is up 37, and palladium is up 9 tonight. 24.08 for platinum. By the way, just we got a poll here tonight. 89% of you feel we're going to see $100 silver by this week. We already have over 1,000 votes in the poll, and every one of those people have signed in two accounts, but we don't have near the amount of that in thumbs up. And so there we go. All right, and let's slurp away here. 95.61 for silver tonight. There it is. All right. Watching these markets, crazy times, but not terribly crazy prices. That's the weird thing. I thought for sure they'd go up higher than this. I thought we might open up this apparently was a glitch in the opening market there. So very good. All right. Merlin's Fire says 500 ounces per Tomahawk missile that will need replacing. Well, that's not been proven to be the fact. I doubt very seriously that there's that much silver in a Tomahawk cruise missile. Workout from here may have some effect over the next year or more. I don't know how many of those you use, how many of them we already have, waiting when they make those things. Not sure. We'll see, but certainly several were used. I don't know how many were used for sure during this attack. All right. Let's see here. I think, yes, Hoosier Stacker is probably right. Everybody kind of knew something was coming. Too much staging in the last couple of weeks. So it's not that much of a surprise. Yeah, that's probably it. They kind of knew what was coming, so it's not that big of a shocker what we're seeing here. If they were to successfully close the Straits of Hormuz, that would be a different matter. But I think we've prepared for that contingency. Bozo, I would not bet on markets freezing. Gold is a safe haven. Money rushes to and will certainly rise. The big boys using futures will let silver run up for a time and then short it heavily, sending it back down again, the usual. All right, you very well could be right on that. Very well could be right. All right. Let's see here. And we've got this from Cali, 55.66. Silver will jump soon to $300 an ounce. Well, I don't think that's going to happen too soon, but hey, you never know. It's all uncertainty. It's all about uncertainty and how the markets react. And this is why it still could go up dramatically from here because of the unknown outlook, how this is going to be, how this is going to play out in the long run. All right, there it goes. CCT, the silver to slide ratio has gone from 4 to 1 down to 1 to 1. Looks like I did okay selling my slides. Nice. Congratulations for silver rather than fiat. Nicely way to go for sure. All right, very good. Very good. Thank you, B. Williams. I'm glad you're here. Glad you're one of those 954. And appreciate you. And as we continue to watch these markets move, everything is in the green tonight. But they're not really breaking out like crazy, but they are moving up. Gold up $93.80 to $53.74. Silver up $1.51 and 95.42. Platinum up $33 to $24.04. There it is. Yes, check out CyberCurrent Twitcher's channel. Thank you, Jay Malise, for posting a link to his channel. Appreciate that so much, my friend. And let's see here. And Korea is not open. They may open with the next wave. But let's see here. All right. And let's get over here. We've got this. We got Rocky's Flying Squirrel. The CME will experience another temporary maintenance closure. Watch. We'll see what happens. Yeah, a lot of people are jaded about what's going on there at the CME for sure. And got the paper can freeze. It can overheat. It can even burn. But 3 more great reasons to hold physical metal. That's right. Even if you do trade in those other areas, it's always good to have to diversify into the physical. Even though Rick Rule sold 80% of his silver and went all in on miners. Wow, that's a pretty big gamble. Thank you, Michael Eline. And we got Lee J says, a lack of supply, contracts due, Iran smacked down. This is what George Clooney would call the perfect storm. Okay. All right, we shall see. Okay, thank you, Giant. Mad Bum says it's a national holiday in Korea. A lot of these Asian countries have these holidays around this time. It's crazy. Thank you for that. So no market activity in Korea. We got Japan kind of carrying things through, but silver staying up. Definitely above $95 an ounce. So we'll see here. There it is. And up 1.57%, up $1.47 and 95.39. Gold up $88.80 to $53.69. Platinum up 25, and palladium up $4. So there we go. The market's kind of stabilizing, but up a good healthy measure here tonight. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right, let's see here. Let's see what the volume is like here. Just curious. Staying pretty stable up there. It's staying up there pretty much here, as you can see. And looks like silver's making another run for it in the northerly direction here. So we'll keep an eye on this. All right, let's see here. All right. And there's that. Let's get over here to this. We've got this from Dan Banks. Says silver jumped 33% in Australia on Sunday. Yes. Yep, it sure did. We watched that. Well, I don't know. Wait, not 33%. I don't think it did that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know that happened. BN Zero says it feels like a very big pullback is just a tighter coil for something huge. Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a pullback. I wouldn't be surprised to see $100 silver by the close on Monday. All right, well, we've got a poll here where 88% of folks believe we're going to see, with over 1,000 votes, we're going to see $100 silver by the end of this week again. Revisit that by the end of this week, so we'll find out. We shall see. And the peruse these markets, watching the move here. The first market opened since the attack on Iran. Robert Ulmer says, good afternoon, Sal. Well, I have no preconceived thoughts about what will happen tonight, but I'm hoping for the best and for a great night, brother. Yes, indeed. All right. Yep, it's hard to tell what could happen, but right now what we're seeing is solid movement to the upside, but stabilizing in a range bound between the high 95s and low 96s we're seeing, at least right now. Up 1.92% for silver, up $1.80. to 95.71. Gold up 1.86% to $98.20 to 53.78 Platinum up 32. Palladium up 2. Watching it move here tonight. Pretty wild move indeed. Yes, indeed it is. All right. Gold to silver ratio is at 56.28. 56.28. So it's a lower than normal. That's a good sign. Watching these things move here. Yes, indeed. All right. Watching these things move here in real time. Seeing what's happening here with the market. Kevin Chicks, private equity firms Blue Owl and BlackRock are showing cracks too. Stocks headed down. All right. Yes, indeed. And by the way, we're also watching oil. Oil is up sharply tonight. Yes, indeed. For fear of what could happen, it was up 8%. Now oil is up 7.42%, up $4.97 to $71.99 a barrel. So big moves here. Yes, indeed. All right, let's see here. Robert Ulmer says, did you hear that Gold Wrath? I believe that's its name. A China gold dealer with about 1,000 stores. They shut the doors and 7 tons of gold is missing and all the executives are missing. I believe it was a China Observer wrote that. Well, I tell you what, China Observer has some pretty outlandish claims. I don't know that we can trust fully what they say, honestly. I hate to say it because I kind of more agree with them ideologically, but they tend to over-exaggerate a lot of things. I've had to kind of put into perspective other claims they've made about fake silver out of there too. Not that that's not happening, but not to the scale that they're saying it is. All right. Let's get back over here and see what's going on with the markets here. We've got activity happening tonight where silver is up 1.85% tonight, up $1.74, and gold is up 1.85% to $97.90. So there it is. All right. 53.78 for gold tonight and 95.65 for silver. Platinum is up $31. Watching these markets. Again, kind of stabilizing. I think the next big one is going to be Shanghai when it opens at 8:30, which is obviously a ways away from now. That's over an hour from now. And so it could trade range bound between now and then. And we'll see. I think there may be some other markets opening at 8, but I'm not sure which. But let's see here. It may be Singapore. Let's see when Singapore is going to open. Yeah, Singapore is going to be next in 42 minutes. That's a fairly big exchange. So it could be that they will show some activity. I don't think there's going to be quite as influential as Tokyo, but you never know. So there's where we're at. All right. Let's see here. 39 trillion, $200 billion away. Wow, that's crazy. $39 trillion. Insane. Yes, indeed. So there's where we're at right now with the markets moving dramatically, but not too dramatically right now. There it is. Although they are up. Let's get to more comments and see here. SH, I heard that retail gold in China is selling for $58.95 an ounce. Yep, talked about that in a video yesterday. Centurion Silver, how convenient that would be amongst all the other conveniences the powers that be have indulged in. Yep, exactly. Sure would be. That raised a lot of questions, but we'll see how it plays out. Silver Brother says, this month may become crazy as contracts get delivered for physical. Yes. Something that happen, we'll see. Or will they make it settle in cash? We'll find out. But it is going to be interesting to see those options when they come ready for delivery. All right. Silver up $1.46 now. A 1.56% increase, $95.38. So hanging on above $95, but just barely, $95.13 in the bid price. Gold up $87.80 at $53.68. There you go. Yes, indeed. Platinum up 33, palladium up 4, now up 2, 1813 for palladium. Platinum has far outpaced palladium. That is actually something that I predicted some time ago, that platinum would outperform palladium. And but not many people pay attention to those videos when I talk about that. But that did come to pass. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right. Thank you, Pete Pot. Have a good night. Thank you for joining us tonight. Appreciate you so much. And so here we are. These markets moving. Relatively quiet here now. Silver now pulling back a little bit from its session high, which, by the way, was not $100.13. To my knowledge, that was a glitch, as we found out earlier. But now it's below $95 in the bid price. So Hoosier Stack of Redwell could be right. May be baked in, some of this price movement. There's just a little bit of a pump up, a little bit of a fear factor happening here. All right, let's see here. And but we'll watch them anyway, see what happens. Movements here. Let's get over here to these comments. And we got Andrew on this video. What could happen if things get real crazy with the markets? I think people are missing Donald Trump's continued usage of the golden era. I don't think he's speaking figuratively, but literally. The era will be defined by gold, silver, and other critical resources required to advance our technologies. Yes, it could be part of it for sure. Especially if he decides to take us back to the gold standard. You know what? As much as he is shaking up in the international world, the domestic market, he very well could shake things up with maybe that we'll talk too. You never know. We'll see how it plays out. I think that might come later. We'll see. All right. Aaron Ritchie says this, markets are going to do what they do best, trade and make money. They cannot afford to be closed. That's why automated stop-loss triggers don't kick in that massive drop in January. Money has to flow one way or another. All right. Very good. Trade, that's, yep. Can't afford to be closed. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. And it may not, it's not, by the way, I should have mentioned more clearly in this, it's not necessarily totally related to the paper trading markets, the physical markets. That's kind of really one of the big things could be, because if they're paying outside of the spot price like crazy, they could be shut down. We'll see here. And let's see here. We've got this. We got the Canal, who's here. Thank you, the Canal. He says on this video, thankfully, I never saw combat during my enlistment. Prayers to all our active service members. Hopefully this is an in and out operation, but something tell me it's not going to be. That's right. I'm glad you didn't see any combat either. Thank you, the Canal. All right, have a good night, Cybercurrent Twitcher. Appreciate you so much. Have a good night, sir. Thank you again, my friend. All right. Let's see. And all right, and American Patriot. All right, I'm home today, so I'll be tuning into your channel at 5 p.m. for the opening markets. Are we ready? Let's explore no slurping. Well, I'm going to slurp. You're not here. That's the second time you said you would show up and you didn't. So I don't believe you're going to actually be here, American Patriot. But I will slurp anyway, even if it keeps you away. All right. Yes, indeed. Here we go. All right. Let's see what the markets are doing right now. All right. Silver now back below 95 again. Man, now it's, yeah, below 95. It's at 94.83 now for silver. Look at that. Really starting to stabilize here and pulling back from its gains earlier in the night. Gold up $77.90 to $53.58. And there it is. All right. So gold outperforming silver tonight. Silver really taking sort of a hit here. And we'll watch this. Let's see what the volume is looking like now and what the how the trade is happening here. All right, it's trying to recover here. Although think this is no, it's happening. It's moving. There we go. All right. I think this is a little behind, but what do I know? All right. Now it's back over 95 again. So, okay, there you go. Okay. And let's see here. We've got CT87. Nothing we can do but sit back, grab some popcorn, coffee, and sandwich, and enjoy the show. That's right. True that. Yep, all we can do is just enjoy the show. Jesse J. Shanghai will open up at 8:30 Eastern Time. Scraze, Big said before it shoots up, we won't know what the price is for a period of time. Then it will be unobtainium. All right. Well, turns out we know what the price is, and even when the Shanghai market opens up, it may not. Okay, the chart was up today. Very good. Thank you. All right. So we do know what's happening now with gold and silver, and it's not been so wild or crazy, which means it's unlikely to shut down, unlikely to freeze. Now, some physical exchanges may freeze. That is quite possible, as they're paying higher premiums. It's a physical free-for-all in some cases. Brian Gage, more random BS issues to further manipulate the metal. They are beyond crooked, and the fact that no one will investigate this tells all. Yeah. Well, I think it's just a matter of understanding exactly the nature of what is legal, what's not illegal, what's not legal, and ethical and the like. But yeah, I think that certain things should be investigated, like these outages. Certainly. Bluetooth. If a cricket farts, the Comex panics and hits the switch. That's right, exactly. That's right. All right, silver indeed, sort of stabilizing around this range. We did see visit 96 briefly, but now we're back under 95 for the bid price. It is barely above 95 in the ask, 95.13 to be specific right now. And there it is. So yeah, market's moving up, but not dramatically up as some had suspected, and myself I thought maybe too, but as was mentioned earlier, it could have been that since it was a big build-up, people had baked this in and kind of saw it coming, knew it would happen. So there we are. All right. All right, we got Bill Granger. A thumbs up. Thank you for the emoticons on this one, brother. Appreciate that. And Mayo Monkey. Bet those circuit breakers work tonight. Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Well, so far, everything is still going on as planned. The markets are open, humming along, but they're happening in Iran, for sure. I mean, not in Iran. They're happening in Asia. They're happening in Tokyo. They're happening in Melbourne, Australia. And they're happening in New Zealand right now, for sure. All right, let's see here. All right. So we'll see what happens here. Silver up $1.46, 95.38 right now. So it's starting to make its way back up a little bit here. Trading above 95 even in the bid price. Whereas gold is up $84.10 to $53.64.30. There you go. All right. Very good. Nice. Let's see here. That's right, Michael K. Yeah, back in 2020, March of 2020 to be specific, silver went below $12 an ounce in the spot price. You couldn't get it anywhere. In fact, you would be lucky to find any silver for under $20 at that time. You want to talk about crazy premiums for that day. It was nuts back then. Here we go. All right. Very good. All right, we only have 793 thumbs up, so we got more than 200 to go to get there. We're actually losing a lot of viewers here. I may not stream until the Shanghai market's open anyway, but if we were to maintain 1,000 viewers or more, I would stay for Shanghai, but doesn't look like we're going to get it. Let's see here. So there's where the markets are now. Gold to silver ratio is at 56.37. So far, fairly quiet evening, all things considered, considering what happened. But as mentioned earlier by Who's Your Stacker, there was a build-up for some long enough time We kind of knew this was coming, and so this is maybe a lot of this stuff was kind of baked in here. And there we go. So now, but again, there's some fight in silver, some resistance, and it's pulling back down a little bit here. All right, let's see here. All right. Let's see here. There's where we're at right now, up $1.07, back below $95 an ounce. Gold over 1.46% increase, up $77.30 tonight. All right. And there's where the market activity is now. Let's take a look here. We got Ryan looking forward to a live stream, a lot on the table. Well, Ryan, are you here with us? Bring all your friends and family here. We're live. We're watching it right now. And Lincoln says some shipping companies have stopped shipping. Apparently big one, whether the strait is shut down or not. Shipping is affected now. Okay, so supply chains are nervous around that area. Feel they may be targets. Yes, indeed. Freeze won't stop the Leviathan. That's right, exactly. Some monster's going to be moving through this. Indeed, you're right. AJH has bumper sticker from 1979. Ayatollah Asaholia. That's right, exactly. And no longer he is around. Bill 457. In a way, do you blame China for doing that same as coin shops not opening in a way? Well, that's right. Things are crazy. They're going to do it. All right. Yeah, good job, Sunday Morning Stacker. You were buying silver when the ratio was up over 100. Wendy David, Trump's shut the stock market down. I don't think that Trump has done that. The stock market is not shut down yet. Stock market's not even open yet in New York. All right, Michael K says it is very possible that what you were saying will happen. We will find out. Maybe the time you read this, Mr. Sal, the world right now is a huge tinderbox. It sure is. And so far, it is. The markets are still open and rather calm, all things considered. Although it is up, but they are relatively calm right now. So there's that. We have to think about, indeed, for sure. And in fact, let's refresh this market and see what we've got here. Gold up 1.62%, up $85.60 now to $53.65 and 80 cents. Silver still below 95, up $1.05 though to $94.97. So there it is. Yes, indeed. So markets are moving. And now $94.98. Platinum is up $27 to $23.98. Palladium up $5 tonight. So far, market's not quiet, but it's not going crazy. It's not going bonkers. And at this pace, if it stays this calm, it's going to be relatively stable tonight. Or relatively, they'll stay open. Everything will stay open as far as the paper markets are concerned. Physical market is a whole nother world altogether. Who knows how that's going to go. But there's some resistance for silver. And for the last hour, more than an hour, it has been steadily climbing up, then going down, coming back down. So it seems like there's nothing really big news that's happened to rattle the markets anyway. And I think in part as well, part of this may be based off of the news that we have taken out half of, maybe more than half now, of their missile launch sites. So we take that away. We have complete air superiority over Iran right now. And so we get to the point now where we can just at will take out more sites, watch more closely, then the threats may start to subside a bit. And that's what part of the markets may be doing here. The Canal, thank you so much, my friend, for another 10 spot. It says, great video as always, brother. Get that chaser. I'm on call this week, so you owe me 10 on Tuesday. All right, thank you so much. Appreciate that, the Canal. I do have a little bit of chaser. I should have brought more, but I do have it. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that so much. Very kind of you. Thank you so much, the Canal. Appreciate that support. It means a lot to me. Very good. All right. So there's where we're at right now. There's some attempt to to fight against the drops the price here, but it's still up, but not as much now. 94.88 is up 1.03%. Gold outperforming silver right now, up 1.59%, up $84. Makes me glad I did the gold purchases I made that are going to take a while to get here, because I did order 2 special pieces. And right now, if they're delivered today, they would be a couple $100 under spot price. Crazy. One of them had a fairly decent premium as well to it. Yeah, it's nuts. All right, here we go. All right. Yeah, and I'm thinking probably this will be even when Shanghai opens. I think that honestly, I think the Hoosier Stacker was onto something, saying that this kind of pretty much was baked in, and it pretty much is going as expected considering what's happening, which means it's not surprising a whole lot. And so that means that likely probably when Shanghai opens, it's not going to be that big of a deal. We may see a little bit of a spike, but not by that much. But thank you, J. Lease, for posting a link to Michael E. Lyon's channel. Thank you. And Dan W., thank you, my friend, for the 5 spot for the coffee fund. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Frostbite, do you think Mexico will nationalize silver like it did its oil? You know, if there's a time to do it, it may be at this time of unrest, because there has been some real attacks on the silver miners in Mexico. It is quite possible they may do that. Although there's enough private interest from other outside nations that would probably lobby against that. But we're as close to that happening now as ever before. But if it wasn't for the unrest happening, I would probably say no. In fact, I'm probably leaning more no to that, because there's so many private companies that have interest in Mexico right now that would be against it and would just bail out if they did that, because they would have much less control over it. Even though they may be subcontractors or contractors through the government, I don't think the government can really afford to do it. Honestly, probably. I don't know. But, yeah. All right. All right, very good. Let's see here. All right. Silver's trying to reach $95 again in the ask price, but it's struggling to get there. But it's now up over 1.13%. Gold up 1.7% to $89.60. Platinum is up 27, and palladium up 5. Yes, indeed. Very good. Let's see here. All right. So there's where we're at tonight. And, yeah, let's take a look at the prices in Australia. Kind of curious. Australia, it is $134 in Australia right now. But in Canada, silver's at $129.99. So it is over $100 in Australia and Canada. It's crazy. All right. There it is. All right, let's see what we've got here. Tiki Man, 9,300. On the video about Iran's attack on Iran, says, let's explore. Guessing the gold eagles releasing on March 5th are going to be on the way high end of the U.S. Mint gold price grid. Are they going to release their proof gold eagles on March 5th? Yes, they will be very, very high. Likely probably over $6,000 is my guess. Yes, indeed. It sure will be. All right. That's how high gold is going up. And by the way, when I bought my 2025 proof eagles from the United States Mint, when the premium was really high, they are now right around spot price. I paid right around the prices right now for them back then. That's how fast things are moving in the gold market. Enigma, how likely silver price drops this week? Need to buy more coins. Not very likely. But honestly, at this pace, I don't know. Anything could happen, but I'm guessing probably not. It is back above $95 now in the ask price for silver, and gold is up 1.66%, up $87.50 to $53.67.70. So there it is. Yes, indeed. It's crazy. All right. Very good. Have a good night. Thank you, Bluetooth. Appreciate you being here. Yes, indeed. Very much appreciate you. I'm watching these markets move here tonight. In fact, by the way, where are we at? Singapore will open in 20 minutes and 50 seconds. Now 45 seconds by the time I finish this statement. There, see, I told you, I knew it would get to that by the time I finish that statement. That's pretty good, isn't it? But I don't think that's going to have a big impact in the movement of the price. But it is now trying to recapture 95, and it has successfully done that in the ask price. Now we need it to happen in the bid price. All right. Dinar says here, so doom, gloom, booms are good for stackers. Unfortunately, we have lost 3 military members with several more injured in Kuwait attack. Yes, very scary. Hate to hear that. And Trump says we may lose more. Yes, indeed. All right. All right, let's see here. And Martiman 3474 on this video here says Independence, Missouri monthly coin show today. $1926, 1964 quarter, silver proof UK £1 coin for $95. Nice. Congratulations, Martin. Martin M. Appreciate that. Thank you, Prospector Marshall. Appreciate you being here. Very cool. All right. Thank you, James, at least for posting a link to Rocky Superstar's channel and his live stream that'll be happening later at 8 o'clock here. We got Dirk Lazavine Spieler says this. My 100% forecast, gold and silver will go up unless they don't. The market will shut down unless it doesn't. Sal will not read my comment unless he does. People should listen to me because I'm always right. There you go, Dirk Spieler, or however you pronounce that. I either pronounce it right or I pronounce it wrong. Either way, I'm right. All right, let's see here. And let's move on to the next comment, shall we? We've got this. We've got Mike Name. Putin is not stupid. Well, terribly stupid. But he cannot even beat Ukraine and has lost 500,000 troops in that boondoggle. Yes, that's true, but he's gained territory. He's firmly got the east territory. But yeah, he has lost a lot of people for sure. Brian J. This is BS. Keep it open. All right, and I think they probably will, and they are. It is open tonight. Save for Tokyo, which is closed for the holiday. We're witnessing things right now with the markets. Now, we're almost to 95 in the ask and the bid price tonight. Almost there. 1 cent shy of it. Man, $95.24 in the ask price. 1.42% increase for silver. Gold is up almost $95. Look at that. The amount of gold price that the gold has gone up here is about a full ounce of silver tonight. It's crazy. 53.74 and 60 cents there for gold. Platinum is up 26. Palladium up 5 tonight. Crazy. What a night indeed this is for sure. And as we press forward here tonight, watching these markets move here. Crazy times. And we've got the Thrifty Citizen filled up those gas tanks, ASAP. There you go. Yeah, because oil has really spiked, but has pulled back a little bit. Let's take a look at oil. We're going to watch that as well, too. It's up 6.94%, up $4.65 to $71.67. It was up over 8% earlier, over $73. But it's pulled back some, which I think this is telling us that likely probably things aren't as chaotic or as crazy or as bad as some had feared after this attack. In other words, the attack and everything else is going off not without a hitch, but not running into any major setbacks during this attack, at least so far. Which means that likely the markets may be calm. They'll still be up tonight, but it may be calm for the most part. Yes, indeed. And let's play this out. We've got Ronnie Paul. Doubt it. Market opens in Asia on Sunday regardless of Dubai gold district is closed. Well, no. I mean, the gold, that's a physical market we're talking about that. I'm not disputing that. You're conflating two different things. I'm talking about how the markets could close physically. More likely that's going to happen than the exchanges close and the paper markets. Although it could have happened too, but it's not happening here. All right. Can anybody tell me how many thumbs up we have here? As we are losing more and more viewers tonight. But let's still like to get 1,000 likes on this live stream. I don't think we're going to get there. But silver is now up 1.31%, up $1.23 to $95.14. And the gold up $86.70 to $53.66.90. Platinum up 27, palladium up 4. There we go. So Jesse J is 844. So we still need a good amount more to get to 1,000, but we'll see here. All right. Don't think we're going to get there tonight, but let's see here. All right. James C. By electing Trump, we basically gave the double bird to the world. To the globalists and to the corruption of the world, yeah, that's right, we did. I'm the Geezer. O.M. Goldman Geezer. Old Goldman Geezer. I think that's what that says. All right. It says here, a man said, I pay an old woman $5 a year to do all my worrying for me so I can spend my time thinking about only those things I have control over. I don't know what the market will do, and it has no effect on my silver or my plan to hold until the dollar falls. My family needs silver to survive. There you go. That's right. Hold it for the long term. That's exactly good advice for sure. All right, very good. Thank you. Thank you, Bill457. I appreciate your support, my friend. Thank you. All right, we have 862. B. Williams is saying 842. Thank you. Let's see here. We've got B. Lake says, I sold at 121 and wonder what I'll sell at next. Wow, you picked right at the top of the market. Great timing on that. That's amazing. All right, clever name. Diamond Fist. Very curious to see what happens this year with the precious metals. Me too. Yes, indeed. We've got B. Lake also says here that China calls the U.S. the dark market because U.S. makes up its own casino and blue sky figures. Yeah, although I do think it's referring to something else different in that situation. But anyways, all right, very good. Slurping away at the last vestiges of the coffee here. The very last vestiges of the beverage we're doing here. And let us do this. We've got Tiki Man on this video. Says, let's explore. The prices of the gold eagles on the 5th are going to be explosive. Prices are going to soar. That's right. All right. Yes, indeed. Sure will. Yeah, the proof ones always will be very high premiums. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Yes, drinking coffee tonight. Yes, indeed I am. All right. Now we've got Amateur Stacker. It says here, let's get this comment, then we'll look at the markets next. After this, he says, I made a trade with a coworker a couple of days ago. I had some vintage 1911 hand grips that were made of sterling silver and 10K gold in Mexico. The Aztec Indian and calendar, pretty cool pieces. I did this trade Friday morning, and later that day, the spot price went up. Overall, I got my 9 silver eagles in the trade, and I'm feeling very good about it. As for the market, I better not shut down. I share a birthday with Tim Marshner for those who watch Yankee and have a coin show to go to in a week from today, and I'm trying to get my second double eagle. Nice. See you in the Sunday Night Market Watch, Sal. Thank you. Thanks for everything. No problem. Well, Amateur Stacker, are you here? Because we're here waiting for you. If you're, hope you heard, we've had pretty good attendance earlier. We had about almost 1,000 viewers, and then boom, it just collapsed. I think everybody went to International Stacker. He's more entertaining than I am. B-Lake, for what it was worth, it was $103 to fill up my truck yesterday. Wow. Crazy expensive. All right, have a good night, Michael Elon. Thank you for being here. Hello, Chris Brook. Very good. Let's see here. He says here, on the 24-hour, 70-week exchange for 100% back, they're saying that we are paying $53.95 right now. I'm not sure what we're referring there to, but anyways. Whoa, oh man, okay, Paul Tissue has just told us that if we get 1,000 likes, Paul Tissue will do 5 channel gift memberships. So hopefully we can get there. Thank you, Paul Tissue, as I finish this coffee out full of all right, there you go. Amateur is still here. Thank you, Amateur. Appreciate you, brother. All right, let's see here. Now I've got my chaser in here, which only very little bit of it here. All right. So there we go. Let's get down to some of these, and while we're doing that, we're going to come back over here and see what the markets are doing now. Barely above $95 in the ask price, $94.77 in the bid, up $1.10, 1.18%. Gold up 1.61%, $85.20. Good night, Mario. Hope you press the thumbs up button. Appreciate you. In fact, how many thumbs up do we have now? We got to get to 1,000. Paul Tissue will give 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships if we get 1,000. Thank you, my friend. All right. Very good. All right. The Canal says 889. All right. So we need 112 more. Good night, Ron Wells. A lot of people are leaving in droves now. Hope you hit the thumbs up on the way out. There aren't enough people here right now. Even with the people that are here now, we could reach over 1,000 if you were to press a thumbs up. That is nice of him to do for sure. All right. Very good. All right, that's okay. NIS gives away a lot of silver. Okay, that's what it is. All right, thank you. Yeah, I just like to, that's fine. He does that. He's also very entertaining as well. But we kind of just we just do the meat of the markets and have fun here. But anyways, but thank you so much. All right, very good. And let's see here. So there's where the markets are right now. We're watching this. We're moving in here. We've got Avis Verte says here, thank you for your post. It's always entertaining. In Dubai, you can buy gold bars from vending machines. That's right. Yep, I've actually done videos about that in the past. And unfortunately, we don't have that here. There's a reason for it. I wish I could live in a safe country where that's possible. Perhaps silver will find a new, stable price point at $100. Everything points to it and nothing against it. Have a good week. Stupid silver recycling is very expensive. The ounces are melted into COMEX silver bars. It's too expensive for us and retailers. It drives prices up. Yep, you're right, for sure. All right. Very good. All right. Hello, Mark Bass. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. And, all right, thank you, Chris Sevenbrook is back. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. And ASMR people, we know gold is going to go up tonight. The question is how much. That's right. Well, right now, here's where gold sits right now. It's up $80.70. It's up $5,360.90. Whoa, look at this. The Canal. I just sent 5 Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Thank you so much. Very good. Thank you, Jeff. Benson hit the thumbs up on the way out, Jeff, if you don't mind. Appreciate you, sir. And thank you very much. And for that, the Canal, appreciate that 5 Salivate Metal memberships. Appreciate that very, very much. You guys are awesome. All right, we only need 90 more, says Paul Tissue. So thank you. That's kind of boosted it there. 90 more, we can get there, reach that magic 1,000 thumbs up. Very cool. Appreciate it. All right, 90 more to go. All right. All right, look at this. Wow. Look at this. Silver has really taken a hit. It is now up only 0.72%, up 68 cents, even though gold is up 1.53%. That is crazy. What's going on here? This is kind of nuts. Wow. 94.68 in the ask, 94.43 in the bid. So, yeah. And this is, let's look at the volume and the activity here. We can see volume is picking up, mostly big sells happening right in this area. Look at that. Wow, crazy. Spikes in volume, selling pressure happening there for silver tonight. Look at that, taking a pretty big hit. Still up, but not as much as it was before. Look at that. B. Williams is reporting 921 thumbs up. We need 79 more to get to the magic 1,000. And then Paul Tissue is very kind to offer 5 Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. And the Canal has given 5 already in advance of that. Thank you. And let's see here. So look at that. Oh, man. All right. And 94.49 now. 57 cents. Man. Look at that. All right. We'll keep an eye on that. That's a development. All right. Mark Williams says here, great show of American gold and silver. USA proud. Thank you for the info on the markets as we explore new pages in history as we stack on. What a great time to be in the metals markets. It really is. It's anything but boring, that's for sure. It's been an exciting time for the markets. And even tonight, even though it's been relatively calm, we did see the... oh, thank you, Fred Hawk. I appreciate the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And so there it is. And we've got the markets moving tonight in an upwards direction, although we did see it top out somewhere above 96. I think the $100.13 that you see there is a glitch, as others thought the same thing. And by the way, 88% of you still feel that we will see silver reach $100 by the end of this week. Could it happen? I don't know. It is possible. We'll see here. I think there may be some resistance in here, but good to see you guys. Welcome. Glad you're here. If you're just new joining us here, hope you will consider subscribing to the channel and pressing that thumbs up button. Paul Tissue is reporting 931 thumbs up. So we need 69 or more. That's right, 69 more to get to the magic number. Yep, Bay Nagyan is saying silver is still flirting with both support and resistance. That's exactly right. That's what's happening here. Flirting with both of those in these times as we wait for the markets to open up in Singapore. Maybe some other places. Now silver up just over $0.50 and $94.53. All right. Very good. 0.55% increase. Gold is pulled back a little bit too, but it's still up well over 1%, 1.24%, 65.70 tonight. There it is. All right. Markets are moving. Palladium is in the red tonight, down $6. That's the low of the night. And we're seeing here, down $6, 0.34%. So that's the activity we're seeing here. And the Canal was reporting that we've got 935 thumbs up. Keep them coming. There's enough people here now, even though we pulled back in some viewers, that we could get to 1,000 thumbs up just like that. There's enough people that are signed into accounts that have not pressed the thumbs up button. We could get there, and 5 more Salivate metal gift memberships could go across the bow if that happens from Paul Tissue. Very nice. And good to see Littlefoot Stacker is here as well. Good to see Littlefoot watching these markets move. Let's get over here to this. We've got Color by Crayons. It says here, I see the market as a whole going through turmoil on Monday. Oil will spike. We all know that. Investors will look for safe havens. With that said, the market shuts down midday. The system tanks. Yeah. All right, well, we'll see. Well, so far, things are pretty stable, all things considered. Oil is up a good clip, but it's up, but it's hanging in there. 7.25%, $4.86 up to 71.88 for oil's price. That's right. Very good. All right. Salivate on the like button. That's right. Exactly. Very good. All right. Where are we at here tonight? Let's see here. All right. Self-aware. That's the ultimate outcome. Trading will stop. Barter will ensue. The fan will be coated. That's right. With a lot of poopy is what he's implying there. Coins A to Z is here. Good to see you. Size 9 says prefer silver and platinum. Thank you. And thanks for the thumbs up, Coins A to Z. Trying to get to a gold tonight. All right. Dirk Cavalier Spielier It says 954 thumbs up. So we need whatever the math is on that. 60, 55, 56, I think. Something like that. No, wait, 46, 46, 46. 46 more like. That's right. That's it. Thank you. What was I thinking? Thank you. All right, we're getting closer. All right, James Miller says here, I took your warning. I just bought a 10th ounce gold maple leaf 1 hour before the markets open. Monument metal sold for $5.92, including shipping. Let's see if I made the right decision after tomorrow. Yeah. Well, so far, you have made the right decision right now. We'll see what happens. Yes, indeed. Very good. All right, let's see here. Let's slurp a little bit of this chaser left. Not much, but we have some of it. All right. And let's see. You know what? I'm going to try something here. Hold on 1 second here. I'm going to check something. Bear with me. Okay. I'll give you some updates from Iran. In an interview, Trump says the war could last up to 5 weeks. 5 weeks, which I think is within the window that he would need authorization from Congress. U.S. military intends to sustain its assault in Iran for 4 to 5 weeks if necessary, insisting that it won't be difficult for Israel and the U.S. to maintain the intensity of the battle, even as he warned of the possibility of more American casualties. And this just coming through. Thank you to Silver Sloth. Silver Sloth has just signed up to become a representative. Thank you, Silver Sloth. Silver Sloth, as a representative, will get early access to videos. From time to time, I've been known to, especially if they're news videos, breaking news, or whatever, I will release them to representative level members sooner or first. And I may be able to do that tonight, and he'll be able to see the fruits of that. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We're close to 1,000 thumbs up. Thank you, guys. 962 right now, says B. Williams. Thank you. So that's the latest news there. Let's get over here as we watch these markets move. So a sustained operation, at least 4 to 5 weeks, and silver has pulled back even more. It's still up, but it's only up 43 cents to $94.34, barely above 94 in the bid price. Gold is staying up, though. It's up $68.50 to $53.48 and 70. So that's what we've got happening here for sure. Let's see here. And in the early hours of Monday in the Middle East, the Israeli military said its Air Force had begun an additional wave of strikes in the heart of Tehran, the capital. So there it is. That's what's happening for sure. All right, let's see here. And projectiles have been launched from Lebanon. So Hezbollah looks like it's getting in on the action. Later, the military said that it had intercepted 1 projectile from Lebanon and that several projectiles fell in open areas. There are no injuries or damages reported. And Iran strikes on the Gulf states have reached the hundreds now, and it has really pissed them off towards the United States and Israel's favor and against Iran. B. Williams is reporting that we're at 969 thumbs up. We need 31 more thumbs up. Come on, guys, you can do it. And then we will see. Paul Tissue is reporting that we'll get 5 gift subs if we reach to 1,000, and we're very, very close now. So hope you will do that, and maybe you'll benefit from that. Now silver up 59 cents there. So that's what we're seeing at this point in time. Let's get over here to this. See what's happening here. Good crowd. I appreciate you guys being here tonight. Yes, indeed. We're losing more and more viewers here, but hey, we'll hang in there for a little longer because the markets have now opened in Singapore. So they're open in Singapore, and they're also open in Taiwan. So Tokyo, Taiwan, and Singapore are open as well, adding to this mix. And now silver is now down. Look at this. Singapore is bringing silver down. Unexpected move. Crazy. It's Christmas time, folks. It's Christmas. Look at that. Gold up now under 1%. $49.40. Silver down for the first time tonight, down 3 cents. Look at that, 93.88, 93.63 in the bid price as we're seeing the markets open up in Singapore and Taiwan. Platinum up $10 and palladium down 2. That's Christmas time. So yeah, look at that. Wow, crazy. Look at that. But 88% of you still believe we're going to see $100 silver by the end of the week. So look at this, amazing. Wild to see silver actually down a little bit tonight. What a move. What a change here tonight. So there it is. All right, Paul Tissue, we need 10 more thumbs up according to Paul Tissue. And then we'll get to 1,000 thumbs up. Now it's down 50 cents. Silver taking a nosedive. Let's take a look at the volume here. What kind of activity? Look at this. Massive move here. And now there's a bit of opportunity buying right here. And this volume, these lines are running into each other at this point. Crazy. So it's going to be picking back up here in just a moment. But look at that volume. Massive spike in volume here out of the gate. But wow, silver actually moving down 50 cents. And now it's going to pick up a little bit here. As we see, there's buys, opportunity buying here. All right, we need one more thumbs up, says GeoCube TV. Wow. One more thumbs up on this live stream, and we'll get to 1,000, according to GeoCubed, at least. Let's see here. And look at that buying that's occurring right there. Look at all this buying. All right, look at that. A dip, and then boom, now there's buying happening. All right, we reached 1,000. Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you, and thank you to Paul Tissue. Appreciate that so much, my friend, for getting everybody motivated there. And there they come. Thank you, Paul Tissue. If you receive one of those from Paul Tissue and you're here, give him a warm thank you. Appreciate that very, very much. Nice. And Silver Sloth, boom, with a shotgun blast of 10 more Salivate Metal gift memberships across the bow. Man, thank you, guys. Wow. And 5 more from Ukbay Nyan. Nice. Look at that. Wow. It's a channel gift membership train here happening here. Big profit taking and opportunities here right now. Selling happening here. Let's take a look at where the price is at this moment in time. Now down 17 cents. It's the only metal that's in the green and may not be, or in the red, and may not stay there for long. But this is kind of a shock to see the markets move down here tonight. Wow. Crazy times indeed. All right, let's see here. Let's move this in this way. And move this in. Oh, look at this. And Hoop TY60 has become an honorary citizen on his own accord. And the Canal with 5 more Salivate Metal memberships across the bow. Look at that. The train keeps rolling. Thank you, guys. Man, I appreciate that so much. Wow, here we go. And let's take a look here and see what some of the comments are saying on this mess, on the thing that's going on tonight here. What a turn. I did not expect silver to go down tonight, and it is down a little bit tonight. Man, you just never know. Sal, there's a myriad of things that could happen in the precious metal markets this week depending on how things play out. That's true. And one of those things that has happened tonight unexpectedly, silver is actually down slightly tonight. Man, all right. Look at that. Crazy. Look at that top of the chat. It's a channel gift membership fest. Yes, indeed. S. McDonald with a 2-spot Canadian. Thank you, S. McDonald. Appreciate that, sir. And we've got the Mojave Gold says the futures market for both gold and silver were up all weekend. We will only know the market direction for sure a few hours after the market opened. That's right. And right now, silver has recovered and now is back in the green. Wow, back in the green. Random was exactly right. Silver recovered and has already. It's recovered and is back in the green. Man, crazy here at the top of the hour. Silver back in the green tonight, 94.13, just barely, but it's there. And now it's back in the red, down 45 cents. Look at that. And John Starline with $4.99. Thank you, sir. What a volatile time this is for silver. It cannot decide what it wants to do. It's going back up and down. Look at that sawtooth pattern here we're seeing. Massive right around this area here. Big, massive moves upwards. And thank you again, Paul Tissue. He's been a member for 32 months. He says, consider extending it later. That's right. That's why he does it. Yes, indeed. That's why they all do it, and I appreciate you doing that. Man, what a drop $3 a minute. Yeah, it's crazy what's been happening here tonight. Massive volume pickup here in these markets right here. Taiwan and Singapore are driving it right now. They're driving it hard. And massive volume playing out right here with a lot of buys happening there. You're seeing there's like no way it shouldn't be down. It should be up. So they're buying in droves right now at this point in time, according to the markets there. Let's see here. Now up 15 cents. So there it is. All right, let's answer a few more comments and see what we've got here. Father Duck. People stop going to the COMEX, go by Singapore and Australia. There you go. That's right. There you go. Crazy times. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy Norman. That's right. Appreciate you watching and commenting. Nothing will happen tonight. Yeah. Well, as far as some of the physical exchanges could close, but so far it looks like the paper markets are opening up here. William Wooford says $125 silver and 6K gold by the end of April. Bank on it. Well, I don't know that I'm going to bank on it, but it could happen. Chris in SoCal, I was told Trump was the anti-war president. Well, he is, but in a way, this may have stopped a wider war on what he did in Iran. John Starline with $4.99 super chat. Hey, sorry, that was my first time super chat ever. And do you think these dips are just profit taking as the markets roll open? I think there is certainly a part of that happening here. Yes, I certainly think that is a part of it happening here for sure. All right, 85 to 88 this week. Guessing for Razor Ready, that could happen too. Especially what we're seeing tonight, it is a real possibility. Things are happening by the minute now. But so far right now, silver's back in the green slightly. But it did get down briefly as low as 92.84. Ignore that $100.13. That was a glitch at the beginning of the night. I don't think that happened. I can't prove that, but others have speculated that was probably a glitch that occurred there. Yes, indeed. All right. Tony L. Is spreading false Western propaganda saying that Russia may attack a European country is what they want us to think when it's all fabricated. Well, yeah, I don't know. I didn't say it was true. Corn ain't got enough. Corn or calm ain't got enough. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Let's see here. We will see. Indeed, we will. And we're looking at it right now. And for sure. And, oh, man, look at this. Fishy Fun has signed up to become an honorary citizen on his own accord. I think this might be a record, the amount of people that have signed up to become channel members on their own accord tonight. Wow. Very cool. Everything's changing very quickly in the markets now. Silver now up more. Up 40 cents tonight now to 94.31. Up 0.42%. Gold up 0.91% to $48.10. Palladium up 18, platinum up $36 tonight. Crazy. Look at that. Wild time tonight for sure. All right. Very good. Let's peruse our way through here tonight. See what we've got happening here. We got Jamon Least, who watched my full platinum. If you've not seen this video, this is my full platinum stack revised and a major announcement. So hope you check that out. We got Wayne Pugh says, I would love to see $50 silver because then I can start buying again. Yes, I know. I hear you. It'd be nice. I used to listen to G. Gordon Liddy and I ordered his stacked and packed calendar. Nice. All right. Very good. Nice. Yep. I've got a couple years of a stacked and packed calendar. Actually, I let a friend of mine borrow them. I'm going to get those back, but that's cool. Thank you, Wayne Pugh. He's virile, vigorous, and potent, Wayne Pugh is my guess, if you listen to G. Gordon Liddy. All right. Yes, indeed. We've got veteran 6352. Hey, Sal, has anyone thanked you for coming to work today? Well, thanks for coming to work. Well, thank you, my friend. Every day is work day for me, but thank you, veteran. I appreciate it. And thank you for your service to our country. Cherokee Cowboy, keep on stacking, the mantra that we shall continue to do, for your sage advice indeed, as silver is now up, for sure, up 70 cents and $94.61 tonight for silver. Gold up $55.10. We had brief moments where it went down to as low as 50 cents to 92.84, and then it spiked back up again. Crazy, crazy times indeed, for sure, for the markets. But here we are. We're watching them, and they're moving. Everything is in the green now. We did have Christmas time. Christmas time, for those of you who are not familiar with the live streams, when it alternates between red and green on the charts or on this graph here, on this table, then we call that Christmas time. Yes, indeed. And we saw it here. Unexpectedly, we saw it. I didn't think we'd see anything in the red, but it happened tonight. All right. Coins A to Z, I'm always eager to see a new Salivate Metal video drop. Well, thank you. I'm always appreciative of Coins A to Z for his kindness and him being a faithful viewer for so long. It really means a lot. Yep, they absolutely shut. Well, they haven't shut down yet. They are still open, and we'll see what happens as the evening goes. The night is still young. It could still happen, but I kind of doubt it at this point in time. I'm also giving some Iran updates. We're going to do that here in just a moment. Come on, Daddy needs a new roof. All right. The roof is on fire. And Silver Sloth, whoa. Thank you, Silver Sloth, with the 10 spot. Says, mines will stay for China now, Sal. Yes, mines will stay for China now. Yes. All right. Yes, indeed. I tell you what, Chinese mining, we'll see how that plays out. But yes, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And let's see here. Silver now up 73 cents tonight. The activity as we keep watching things move here. Pretty at a good clip here tonight. And let's see what we've got here from Iran at this point in time. The Al-Manar Network, which is owned by Hezbollah, published a statement in which the militant group took responsibility for the strikes on Israel. So as I mentioned earlier in the night, there were some strikes on Israel. I thought they were coming from Iran. It looks like it was coming from Hezbollah, which makes more sense because we have decimated the missile sites. Actually, more than that, we've taken out half of them, according to Israeli and U.S. intelligence already. And we have free reign over the skies. So they're doing targeted bombings right overhead. And so that's what's happened there. Very good. And the Israeli military said early on Monday that it had begun striking Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. And after that, one projectile, but others. So that's what we're seeing right now at this point in time. Israel's public broadcaster reported that the launches from Lebanon into Israel early Monday were the first of its kind since the ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon in November of 2024. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. By the way, that's not unexpected by any stretch, but it could be that the move back up in silver's price and gold picking back up again could be because of that, potentially. But I don't know. We'll see here. So there it is, $94.43 for silver, now up 52 cents, $94.18 in the bid price. Gold up 1.11%, up $58.40 to $5,338.60. Platinum has really spiked up a bit here. It's the clear winner so far right now at this point in time, up 2.41%, up $57 to $2,428. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. And so that's what's happening now in these markets. Any new comments? No new comments. Except for this one from B. Williams. Says, shinier after refining, but the natural is still beautiful too. Indeed it is. Thank you. Raw silver nuggets that I showed in that video are a little short. Thank you, my friend, for watching that. All right. Let's see here. So there's the upset on that. Now silver up 71 cents tonight. They're 94.62. 94.62 is the price there for silver tonight. Platinum up $57. Gold up $63.40. Everything is comfortably in the green now as we await for Shanghai to open. That's right, Shanghai is the next on the list to open here tonight, and we may stick around. Let's see. We got about 10 more minutes, 10, 11 more minutes left for that. We may just stick around out of curiosity to see what's going to happen there. We'll find out. I'm watching these markets move. Yes, indeed. Up 71 cents tonight. And Shanghai will be next. And that's going to be right here. We got Taiwan, Hong Kong, and Shanghai. So we got Shanghai, we got Hong Kong, and we've got Thailand and Philippines. I don't think Thailand will open up next. But anyways, remember 1986, my mom bought some 5 tubes of bullion silver eagle she purchased directly from some major bank. She paid about $5 per coin. Wow. Boy, that's a blast from the past. Ansult, $12.89 from India. Thank you, Ansult. Thank you for being here from India. Appreciate you very much. All right. Here we go. Now silver is just up 38 cents. So we can see it's a pretty volatile market as we await the next wave of openings coming very soon here. Yes, indeed. But everything is back in the green again. There was some sell-off a little bit there for a while. It didn't last long. Opportunity selling, and then boom. People came in and bought up very quickly. We saw that. Let's take a look at the volume here now. This is that time there. It just really came down, and then it just picked up again. Now it's coming back down again. So it's a seesaw, teeter-tottering back and forth of craziness. All right, craziness happening here in the markets here tonight. All right. We're going to get Shanghai. That's right, Sean. We're going to get Shanghai indeed. Down, and then they're buying it again. Oh, now they're selling. So, yeah, look at that. I think we're going to get into negative territory again. Now down just 20 cents. So it's a very volatile. I think maybe this volatility may feed into the uncertainty as to what's going to happen with Shanghai when they open up in about less than 10 minutes now. I mean, nuts. Crazy. All right, we're watching things move here. We'll see. 9 minutes now before they open up. And let's see here. So there's where we're at. Crazy times indeed. As you watch things move here. Who would have thought? Now it's down, yep, down 6 cents as we expected watching that big move volume. But look at that. As we're about 8 minutes away from Shanghai opening up. A lot of volatility right now, which means it could be unknown. We'll see what happens as we await. Gold, though, has stayed in the green all night. Up 0.97%, up $51.10 to $53.31.30. There it is. All right. So upwards momentum here for. So now look at that. Silver back in the green again. And let's take a look at this. Look at the volume. Look at the activity here. I mean, it's been a roller coaster ride, but one thing for sure, we've got a lot more volume happening here now. I mean, this volume is rivaling what we saw in the last trading week here on Friday. It's getting busy over there in Asia right now. It's getting busy. Now down 11 cents here tonight. 93.81 before Shanghai opens. Silver down. Gold up $53.10. Platinum up $29 now. Right at $2,400 an ounce for platinum at this point in time. Yes, indeed. And here we are. Have a good night, Silver Shelby. Appreciate it. And watching these markets move. Activity. Every other metal is up tonight except for silver. Silver's down 11 cents. Yes, indeed it is. Very good. All right. By the next wave, we are going to stay here until the Asian markets, until Shanghai opens, and see what else opens up here in just a mere moments from right now, just to see how it plays out. I'm very curious to see a couple minutes after to see what kind of activity we're going to see. We're going to happen here in about 6 minutes from right now. Yeah. All right. Now down 11 cents. Just see by some chance we get any of the comments that have made their way through here. Yeah, we do. Cubase. Who do you sell your precious metals to, and to how much percent of spot? Well, you can sell to the channel sponsor, Summit Metals, or any online bullion dealer, and they will give you less than spot for it, but it just depends. It's good to shop around, or you could sell to a local coin shop. I would not sell to a pawn shop. Blake says lots of volatility, so it could be uncertain. Best quoted ever, Sal. Love the show. I'm staying till the end. Thank you. Yes, it could be an uncertain time for sure. Volatility is going to rule the day. That's been the theme for the last couple of months, really, for sure. But thank you, Blake. I appreciate it. Yep, we got to be able to handle the volatility. But yes, so Cubase, I would sell to local coin shops or online bullion dealers. And you could also sell peer-to-peer, but there's a little more risk in that. That's a whole nother market. And likely you'll get more in that market if you do that. All right, let's see here. Right now we're waiting for Shanghai to open up. And let's see here. But now silver's down 19 cents tonight. Down 19 cents to $93.72. Gold up $44.80 to $5,325. So there it is. So movements here tonight. Markets are active and alive, but silver so far is not shining as brightly as I thought it would. There it is. Crazy. All right. Let's see here. What else do we have going on this way? All right. Okay. 4 minutes left. 4 minutes left before Shanghai opens. You know, it is possible we could see it get slammed in Shanghai. I don't know. Yeah, Cubase. Yeah. Just rewind about 2 minutes, Cubase. I gave you a pretty good substantial reply, but thank you for popping in. Rewind about 2 minutes, and you'll hear it. And let's see here. So we're watching these markets here, and silver has stayed right around this area as they wait for the market. Look at that volume, still pretty strong here. A lot of selling happening before Shanghai opens up. And it very well could be that there's more selling happens. A lot of selling happening again and keeps on falling. Now look at that volume here. And look at it's running right into it, coming down. And so there it is. Let's see if we can get an idea here now. Now there's some buying. Here we go. That's what we want to see. There's our gap up from tonight. And now it's back below with some buying happening here. So there it is. Okay, let's take a look here and see what we've got. Down 54 cents now as we got about 2 minutes. But remember, it does take a little bit. It takes up to 2 minutes or more before the numbers reveal themselves over here, it seems. So we'll see here. Yeah, we'll see. Raymond, we'll see if they give a boost here. We'll find out if they do give a boost. T minus 2 minutes and counting. It'd be fascinating. But so far, silver is down tonight. Unexpected. Was not expecting this. It has had a marginal impact on the poll tonight, but still 87% of you believe we're going to see $100 silver by the end of the week. Gain Nets says the Kitco Live website shows a daily high of 113, yet in the same page, a live graph, historical graphs do show a price of roughly 96.50. That is because it glitched out. I think we've determined that was a glitch. We talked about that earlier in the night. I think that was a glitch. Very good. Didn't come close to the Abraham Lincoln. That's good. In fact, the latest from Iran as we wait the markets open up is this. We've got many residents in Beirut woke up to the sound of explosions around 3 a.m. local time as the Israeli military began striking Hezbollah targets in the southern outskirts of Beirut, an area that is traditionally a bastion of support for Hezbollah. Israel has regularly attacked southern and eastern Lebanon since reaching a ceasefire with Hezbollah in 2014, November of that year. The densely populated southern edges of Beirut, known as Dahala, have rarely been hit by strikes since the truce went into effect. Well, because Hezbollah broke the truce. Big time. And it might be their last breath. In fact, this could all be the last bastion out of Iran and Hezbollah. The proxies have been separated. This is a game changer. And by the way, folks, this is a good thing that we're doing in Iran right now. Make no mistake, especially those who are students of history over the last 47, 48 years know that to be the case. And right now, the markets are open in Hong Kong, Shanghai, and the Philippines. And so 3 more markets have opened now. Now we wait. Look at that. Look at that. Silver, as I suspected could happen, is taking a big hit when the Shanghai markets opened. Now down $1.18, and platinum is getting hit as well. It is now down $18. Look at that. Wow, what a turnaround indeed. Was not expecting that, to be honest. Except for when right before the Shanghai Open, I said, watch silver continue to fall when the Shanghai markets open. And look at that, it is falling. Crazy. Let's take a look at what's the activity happening here tonight in Shanghai. Now there's going to be some opportunity buying here, but Shanghai coming down. Now there's some opportunity buying coming in here. Look at that. Platinum down 18, silver down $1.18, gold now up just $28 tonight. So look at that. Crazy. So we had a pretty good gap up at the beginning, and now we're down what that gap up was to a negative territory, $92.74 for the ask price, $92.49. Yeah. Liquid Electrum, so I was right to do the opposite of what everybody thought. Yes, exactly right, because we don't know. Liquid Electrum, we just don't know. I would not have guessed this, honestly. I would not have guessed this at all, but here we are. Look at that. Let's wait around a little bit more, see if what opportunity buying. Oh, it's continuing to take a hit right now. It's continuing to get hit. Fairly hard, silver is tonight. Wow. Now down $1.29 to 1.38% drop. Platinum down $28 to 1.19% drop. Palladium down $1. Gold holding on to some gains, but not by much. Up $32. Crazy. There it is. I tell you what, for those of you who feel real confident in where you think silver's going to go, this will humble you very quickly. And I have to be humbled many times because I get it wrong from time to time. And this is one of those times tonight where I'm getting it wrong. And so there it is. I don't think there's any chance of the markets closing down, although the physical markets could still happen, but we'll see. Liquid Electrum says that Bitcoin is getting pummeled as well. And let's take a look here. And honestly, I would have thought that that with oil going up, that we would see silver and gold go up. But oil has pulled back a little bit too. It's still up. It's up 5.51%, up $3.69 to $70.71. But it's not a crazy, not too crazy. But there it is. All right. It's going to bounce, says the canal. Yes, it very well could bounce. It may not last long, and it could bounce up higher. Palladium is now up $5. Shanghai markets are open. All the Asian markets are fully open. There is somewhat of a bounce back right here we're seeing. So to some extent, that's right. And it is starting to pull back, come back a little bit here. See if any other comments came across here. But wow, what a night. There we go. All right, folks. Well, there you go. Anything could happen at this point. I would not rule anything out, honestly, in either direction. We'll see what happens. All right. Well, there it is. When we stayed here in good faith until the Shanghai markets were fully opened and in effect, and that's exactly where we're at right now. Let's take a look at the volume real quickly here for silver. It is up. It is up pretty substantially, but not much more than where it was before they opened up there. So we're seeing some fight left in silver. Now platinum is back up again. Silver's now down just 33 cents. So we could see silver go north again. But it may stabilize. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But hey, thank you guys. We had fun time here tonight. I appreciate you guys sticking with me here. Thanks for getting us to 1,000 thumbs up. You guys are amazing. I'm going to be back here on Tuesday night live. So I hope you will come back and join me then. But also check out my videos from today. And by the way, my video that I posted today about the market shutdown, this one right here, it could still happen. It could happen based off the physical. So this video is still applicable. So I hope you will check that out. But thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Have a good night, all. Take care. See ya.